like send out a thing on Instagram that we're live, and then we will get started and wait for people to pop in.
I'm gonna tell my friends to join.
I sent it to a few people because this is my debut on Joe's stream here.
Oh,
It is your debut, yeah.
This has been in the works. I feel like I think we were talking about this for a minute.
You did. You're the one who asked. You said like
Yeah.
when Maul Shadowlord comes out, you want to do it. And I said, hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
Okay, let me. I just want to send the link to. Oh my god, it already has 5 likes.
I noticed that. Yeah, it's kind of
Oh
wild.
my god, we did it, Joe.
We did it, Patrick. We saved the city.
Well, I was gonna say Oh my god, I'm so loud. Holy Can I curse?
Well,
I was gonna say
let's
Oh my god, I'm so
try
loud.
not to do it on purpose, but if it slips, I don't care.
Okay, I just want to make sure because I have
yeah. Let's just not be Has-Been Hotel, but like if it happens, I'm not gonna.
All right, I'll.
Dude,
I'm dialed in.
It makes me want to merge without looking. But hello everyone. We got people coming in right now.
Am I too loud still, or am I good?
No, you're good.
I think you're fine. Yeah.
All right, cool.
Your audio is wonderful, Luke. It's better than mine. But today it is Star Wars Day.
Indeed.
I am gathered with 2 of my buds, Benny, and for the first time, Lego Luke. Luke, how you doing, bud?
Thanks for having me. I appreciate you letting me join the stream here.
Of course. Benny, how are you doing, bud?
I am doing just fine.
Awesome. So, Maul Shadowlord has officially wrapped up today, or technically yesterday, because Disney messed up the release schedule and just...
I was up till 4 a.m. waiting for this.
I just straight up watched it yesterday with a VPN for Australia. I got a free trial for Nord, and then I just, I was like, I'm not waiting. Because I don't want to get spoiled.
That's valid, I hear.
By the way, we are spoiling all of Maul Shadowlord.
Yes.
This
is
is
definitely a
5
good
second
thing
warning.
to say up front.
Yeah, you have 5 seconds to leave. But if you didn't know, Darth Vader shows up, Rookcast dies, Spybot dies, Icarus dies,
everybody dies. You should see this next movie. Everybody dies.
Crazy.
Let's just
Dryden
Mark
Voss
Ruffalo over here. And
Dryden Voss shows up. Yeah, we're just spoiling the whole shebang. But yeah, Maul Shadowlord has come to an end. It's only been a month. Only 10 episodes. So let's just have if you could summarize it in one sentence. Like, Luke, how would you describe this show?
One sentence summary. I'll go with beautiful animation. I'll just leave it at that.
Beautiful animation. Oh no. Off to a good start. Benny, what about you?
I'd say it's a wild ride. I think that's how I'd put it.
I think that's a fair statement. Yeah, I'd say that Maul Shadowlord started off very rough, but after a while it got its footing, and I think for the most part it was a pretty good time. Not without its issues. I think with most Star Wars shows there are some things I'm gonna have problems with, but I think this show was, I'd say, a success. I think this is the one Star Wars show I think where there hasn't really been any controversies, any blowouts, which even Andor had something every week. People were complaining about something.
That was the dumbest. People complaining about that was so stupid.
Yeah, Ahsoka, Skeleton Crew. No one watched that show, unfortunately.
Great show though.
I did like Skeleton Crew. There was always something. Every Star Wars show, people were complaining about something. But with this show,
this one, just kind
people
of was all around.
I didn't. Maybe I just was I just didn't deal with discourse or anything. But most people were very positive toward this show. Which, you know what? If this is what it takes for people to come together.
I agree.
Yeah. But yeah. So what we're gonna do is essentially just start from the beginning of Maul, and just from episode 1 to episode 10, recap it. Just say what our thoughts are. But yeah. So episode 1. I already forgot the names of the episodes.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull up on my end too.
I have the article. I don't know if this is
that's good.
Yeah, I don't know if I have the release schedule on here, but
The Dark Revenge.
Thank you so much. I found it.
They did have good episode names.
Yeah, the episode names are really good. They go really hard. But episode 1 starts with a new planet, Janix, which I think looks gorgeous, and I think now we could just straight up just talk about what the best thing in this show is obviously the animation. I think this
100.
is
Yeah.
this is without question the best looking Star Wars show, animation or live action. I think that we really have with the animation, with the style of the Clone Wars animation, it not only has been improved, I'd say it's been damn near perfected.
Yeah.
I always like with every time we get one of these shows, like with Bad Batch, one of the tales of, I always say the animation has gotten better, and I always think it's gonna be hard to improve it, but somehow they managed to make it better. And I think Maul definitely is more stylistic. They have a lot more different styles of like there's brush strokes whenever the characters are moving rapidly. There's a lot more like in the background things are a little more blurry and it looks
Like
more
the
like a
matte
like a paint
paintings.
like a
Yeah.
matte painting.
I saw a lot of
Um
people talking about that one. I'm glad people were picking up on that.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
cool.
Also Maul the lightsabers are far more edgy. They're far more like unstable looking, almost like Kylo Ren's lightsaber. And that's meant to reflect like Maul's outlook on the galaxy. Like it's almost like I forgot who said it. I think it was Jennifer Corbett, but she said that that was how Maul. This is Maul's perspective and how
Like
he
his
views
damaged
things.
psyche, right? Yeah.
His damaged psyche, and I think that's just wonderful. And I kind of hope that if it's almost like with every show, we take the Clone Wars template and then just tweak it a bit. I think that would be really cool if every show had its own style, tweaked slightly, but with the base of the Clone Wars animation. I think that would be awesome. But
100%.
yeah. So far the animation looks incredible. I don't want to say it can't be like even improved even more because I said that with Bad Batch. I think they can probably make it they can make it look possibly even better by season 2. Like I genuinely like I'm done saying they've reached their peak because I don't want to say that.
Yeah.
Then yeah, so we start with Janix and we have Maul's crew robbing a bank of Nicodemus, and Maul's crew is made up of I believe like 9 or 10 Shadow Collective Mandalorians, Rook Cast, who is in the Clone Wars. Chew Zabrax, Icarus, and Scorn, who I believe are the last of the Night Brother clan, and Maul himself, along with a little Viper droid, I think, named Spybot.
Love that thing. It was so cute.
Love Spybot. Spybot is wonderful.
It was
Now,
awesome.
I will say, aside from Spybot, this is mainly my biggest issue with the show. The characters. I'm actually gonna move Marok just so I can actually see the screen. My biggest issue with Maul Shadow Lord is the characterization of some of the side cast. I think that especially Maul's crew is severely underdeveloped.
Yeah.
Especially Rook Cast. I think Rook Cast was very underdeveloped. I wish that they did a little bit more with her. I don't know. This is not Rook Cast. What are we doing, guys? I wish that we got a little bit more time with these characters, a little more time. It felt like we were almost zipping through to make sure we could just get to the point of each story. And I wish that we got a little more time just to chill almost. And I just was left a little bit disappointed, especially with again Maul's crew. I think Rook, her design's super cool. I love that they changed it a little bit since the Clone Wars model. I like that she doesn't have the jetpack anymore. I like that the LEDs from her suit are gone. This is the Clone Wars model, but the new model has like the lights turned off almost. And oh, this is a funny
Oh.
theory
Oh,
that
like in the visor, right?
the visor, yeah, the visor
Yeah,
is
that
no
was awesome. I
longer,
liked that. It was much darker and like you could
yeah,
tell it was worn, which was awesome. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, it's good
love,
aesthetic.
yeah, a lot more battle damage, and
I wanted
I
more
felt,
of her in the show, to be honest.
yeah, we could have used a lot more time just chilling with the characters. I think that would have made the show a lot more like exciting, a little more like would have given us more stakes in the action, especially since a lot of the characters in this show don't make it out. And
All of them got like just taken out at the end.
Yeah,
Nice.
I agree.
almost
Like, I
yeah,
think that is kind of an issue I had with the show, especially like
Yeah.
after the first couple episodes. I was just like, all right, I like some of these guys. Some of them I don't know that much about. And then when we get to the last one and they start Rogue One-ing everybody, I was like, I don't
Yeah.
know who you are. Like, I was just kind of like, oh, that's so sad. Anyway, like I was
Just
like,
moving
Yeah.
on, yeah.
like I was like
Especially with
when
that runtime, it was so quick. Everything.
yeah, everything
Yeah.
happened so fast.
The episode runtimes are very short, especially compared to Bad Batch, which was pushing like
Yeah,
30-minute episodes. This is like, I think each episode like is barely 20.
It was like
Like
a Tales episode length.
it
yeah,
did
Almost.
they
feel
felt
like
more
that.
like
Yeah,
It
that.
felt that short. I know it was a little longer, but
I know
it
what you
was
mean.
so quick.
I was a little disappointed with the runtime. I think that if they gave each episode a few extra minutes just to give the characters stuff to do, because they don't really touch on Rook's motivations. Like, because if you didn't know, in the Siege of Mandalore, Rook was there, and Maul
Yeah.
betrayed them, and they never explain why Rook stayed. There's one line where she says, like, ever since you took control of Mandalore, I've been loyal to you without question. And
Why?
I get that Mandalorians are meant to be kind of like blind followers. They're not meant. Some of them are not meant to question the creed, and Rook is definitely, I essentially just a bootlicker, which is fine. But I wish that maybe if people were questioning each other a little bit more. But whenever there is an argument between the someone shut the door. Whenever there's an argument between the characters, it's essentially just, I don't like this thing. Well, I don't, I do, and then the conversation ends, and it just felt
It
like
was
whenever
rushed for
Maul,
sure.
if
Yeah.
Maul wasn't in the scene, chances are the dialogue was not gonna be that good. I think that, like, with the Mandalorians, they're basically like, we weren't supposed to take on the Empire, and then Rook is like, get back to your posts, and then the conversation just ends. It felt very rushed, and I think, like, I remember theorizing, like, maybe Rook thought like the Empire took control of Mandalore, because we know that is something that ends up happening. Maybe she thinks, even though Maul betrayed us, this is like the enemy. My enemy is my friend.
Yeah.
So like, even like I have to make a deal with the devil just to make sure that Mandalore can be safe again. And teaming up with Maul and rebuilding his forces is the best way to do it, because the Empire is the worst of both parties. Like just a scene like that, like of Devin questioning her, would have been completely fine. I would have been totally cool with that. But like the other Mandos don't get much. Their only motivation is money, which like that's fine. And Icarus and Scorn literally have no lines of dialogue. I don't even know if they're related to Maul.
Yeah, like they're
They just
there.
yelled.
Yeah.
They're just, brother.
Yeah, they're just screaming
I was
like
saying,
once
I
an
was like,
episode.
I was like,
Yeah.
okay, and then they both died, and I was like,
They
oh
looked sick
no.
though. The
They were
mask
did
cool.
look cool.
Yeah,
was awesome. Yeah.
I like that they both mirror Maul and Savage, where
yeah.
one is like the red, lankier one, and then you have the big brute, like yellow, orange. I know Savage is yellow and Scorn is orange, but like the
Yeah.
lighter colored one who's bigger and bulkier and tougher. I thought that was cool, but
Yeah, that
I
was a
just
cool. I agree.
I like how they both die in similar fashions. Like
Mhm.
Scorn gets stabbed by a lightsaber the same way Savage got stabbed. Icarus died by falling into a pit, which is the same way that Maul died, or should have died in the Phantom Menace. I like those little bridges. That's cool. But for the most part, I would have liked maybe one scene of Maul just talking, literally just a scene of them, I don't know, eating lunch together, just chilling
Yeah.
out and being brothers. I know that sounds silly, but that's something that I think would have gone a long way. We get them preparing, they get to repair Maul's legs. That was cool, but there was no dialogue in that scene. And
They
Maul
repaired
didn't.
Maul's legs, and that didn't really do much to help him ultimately.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
he was
didn't.
struggling the entire back half of the
I
show.
was like, well, they kind of did a shitty job of that, but okay.
Yeah, Icarus did a shit job. Like,
yeah,
why are you even here, bro?
fuck that guy.
Yeah. So then Maul comes, he destroys the entire police force there that are pursuing him,
and doesn't
it's
kill what's his name for no reason. That's bothered me since the show.
Oh
started.
yeah.
He doesn't kill Lawson for no reason.
We do get an introduction to Two Boots and Lawson, who I think are great characters.
I really like them. Yeah.
I really like Lawson. I love Two Boots. I think Two Boots Two Boots reminds me a lot of Kino Loy, just not as good. I think that Kino is a little better written, but Two Boots is essentially just a like yes man to the Empire. Just we can do it as we like, just do as they say, and we'll be fine. And then he has to learn that's not how it works under regimes. I thought that was a satisfying arc. I appreciated how his art, like the way that he learns that he's not valued is by taking away the thing that makes him unique, similar to the clones. He has to get rid of his titular Two Boots. I thought that was a great way of representing how he has to learn to step up. And I think Lawson is definitely carried by the performance of Wagner Moura, who played the wolf in Puss in Boots 2.
Yeah,
I think
great.
he's an excellent actor, excellent
His voice
actor.
is awesome too.
Yeah, he has such a great
He's awesome.
voice. Such a wonderful voice, and I want him to read me a bedtime story, man. Just yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Him and Clancy Brown.
Yeah, which funnily enough are both connected to Maul.
Yep.
What do you know? And yeah, so they go to the police station, they save oh my god, his name's escaping me, Ludi Vario, who is another great character in this show. He is I forgot the type of alien, but he was the little guy in Phantom Menace that got blown up in the pod race, the same species.
Yeah.
Love those guys. I love that he's a little like small guy, but he has a big mech suit. Just
I loved that exosuit thing. That was sick.
That's such a great like character design of just showing how he's such a small person, but he has a big suit to make himself like intimidated. It reminded me of that one character in Clone Wars, the bounty hunter Serapis.
Oh yeah.
Let
yeah,
me.
I know who you're talking about.
I think I know which one you're.
Let me pull him up. He was in the Bounty Hunters arc with Embo. He was this
Oh
little guy.
yeah.
This
But he had a
dude.
big mech suit.
Yeah, that was sick. I remember that guy.
I thought that was a nice, like, similar fashion. But Serapis is actually like a nice guy. But I thought that was really cool. Ludi Vario. He's voiced by, I believe, the same actor who voices the current Mickey Mouse.
I think he does Invincible. He's an Invincible voice actor as well.
He's Donald in Invincible.
Yeah.
Yes, he's a very prolific voice actor.
Which is so funny because they're completely opposite characters.
Yeah, no, Donald is just like the stoic, like, you know. But I thought that was. Let me look up. Who does he? He's Mickey. I'm like looking right now. But no, yeah, he's great. He's in a lot of really great movies and TV shows. I'm looking him up right now. He was another character in Invincible too. I forget who. It was Donald and someone else. But yeah, he's great. I do think he overstayed his welcome a little bit. Like, I think there was a point where he probably should have died, but
I hear that. I think for me with him and some of the Lawson characters, like I loved them all and I liked all the side characters. I just think with such a limited screen time that when they get so much of a presence, it's like, why is it named Maul at that point? Let's just name it like Maul and Friends.
Maul and Friends. My issue is just Vario has so much, like, of all the side characters, Vario has the most screen time, and it's like, why him? He's the only character in Maul's posse that ends up living, which I found very interesting.
I did like when Lawson's like, I'm honestly surprised you're still alive, bro.
Yeah.
I
was shocked he didn't die because I was so ready for it to happen. I guess it would have been a little, but then again, Spybot also died, so like, it's not like they're afraid to kill like the marketable, like cute one.
Yeah,
so it's just odd.
It was a weird choice for sure. I think it was funny though that he because throughout the whole show he was kind of just like following behind everyone the entire time.
Yeah, he was just like, I'm still here, guys.
He was just hanging out, which is so funny.
It was funny.
I like that Maul actually gave him the chance to leave. Like, genuinely was just like, you may leave at any time, just so you know, you're now.
And then he doesn't. Yeah, he just chooses to stick around.
I thought that was a very like Maul keeping to his word, saying like, yeah, you can go, but like, what are you gonna do? You're gonna have to deal with the Empire now. Like, that was great.
I did really like that exchange where he's like, "What do I get out of this? You live."
Yeah,
I live. It's like,
yeah. He has very sharp dialogue. He's a very funny character,
really funny.
And I forget he was also Isotope in Invincible, which is funnily enough a very similar character to Vario, who's just like the follower who double crosses in the gang. But yeah.
It was Isotope. You said his name was?
Yeah.
He was the guy that worked with Metalhead and
Machine
Titan
Head.
in that group.
Yeah, Machine Head.
Machine
Yeah.
Head, yeah, and Titan, and yeah.
That was he's such a great voice actor. So we go to the police station, and as Benny said, he oddly doesn't kill um Lawson in the fight in the police headquarters. He has the chance to kill him, but he just chooses not to,
Like
which is
backhands him, and then yeah, I was like, what?
you gotta like what happens is Maul backhands Lawson, throws him against the wall, and he stares over his body and just looks at him for a second, and then more police droids come in and shoot at him, and Maul's like, okay, I gotta retreat. It was very weird because it's the one time we see Maul holding
He
restraint.
shows restraint, yeah, and it's like, why? Why this guy in particular?
Are we gonna forget that like Maul's hallway scene in Clone Wars was like one of the most brutal?
Yeah, like he doesn't give a shit. That's the thing. I would have been like, oh, if he showed restraint at any other point, I would have
I
been like,
think
okay.
the only way I could like rationalize why he kept around is because in the last like second to last drop of episodes, like he has that scene where he's like, "Oh, Dryden's calling from Crimson Dawn or whatever," and like I was like, "Oh, maybe because he has some intel there," and I was like, maybe that's why they. So I thought like that was just I was just like, what are we doing with the screen time? That was my biggest issue with this. Is just like,
Wham, bam, bam! Like we got to keep moving. We got to keep
yeah,
moving. Yeah, that's like an issue that the show never really grows out of until the last like 2 episodes, which woof. Like I
yeah.
feel like this could have been a really great 2 hour 15-minute movie. Like if they
When you said that, I was like 100% agree with you.
like people would if you put that in the theater, people will watch it. That would be like
Dude, a
incredible.
Maul animated movie? It would be
Just
incredible.
call it Star Wars Shadow Lord. Like
100%.
people a
Star
Clone
Wars
Wars
Maul and
animated movie,
Friends.
people would line up to
That
watch
would go
that.
crazy.
That would be incredible. And if it just have it be the same plot, just condense it, you would probably just get rid of the fluff. I think if you just get rid of like some of the scenes that repeat themselves, you would probably just have a really tight screenplay.
For sure.
Yeah, so they get Vario, and Vario says that he can help him get to the Pikes, which when he said that, I just rolled my eyes because I'm starting to get very sick of the Pike Syndicate, and this show did not help at all.
I like that it was brief though. Like they kept the Pike thing brief, but I totally hear what you're saying. Where it's like Book of Boba Fett did it, Clone Wars did it, and it just keeps revisiting the Pikes.
They're always in the worst stories. They weren't good in Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah.
They were in the worst Clone Wars season 7 episodes.
One of the
They were
weakest
in
Bad
the
Batch
worst
episodes. Yeah.
They were in the worst Bad Batch episode. Like they have very bad reputations. Like I am not a fan of them at all, and Maul Shadow Lord didn't help because their plot line is dropped after 4 episodes and they never come back. I feel like if you cut them out, you lose nothing.
Not really, yeah. There was a couple scenes during that, like when they went there, that like the was Icarus like disguised as Maul kind of thing. Like there was stuff around it that was cool.
Yeah.
No, I'm
But
not. I think the action set pieces around the Pikes were great. I just
I was like, what are the Pikes?
It just felt I was expecting them to come back. The only thing that you would lose if Vario just dies in that prison cell is just Vario screen time, which isn't like I like Vario, but like if you had to service the story and make it tighter, I would be fine having Vario just get killed off in that cell, even though it would hurt. I would just give him a little more screen time before he dies. Like I would be fine with that. But yeah, so Maul just ends up seeing Devin in the other cell, and Devin is a Twi'lek character. She supposedly has. Oh, I stepped on something. She has some inspiration, I believe, from Darth Talon, who is a Legends character, and she ended up being like her own character by the end of the show. But I really like Devin. I think that Gideon.
She's good.
Gideon
I liked her as
Adlon
well.
voiced her. Yeah. Oh, I didn't mean to interrupt. I'm sorry.
Oh no, you're good.
No, Gideon Adlon voiced her. She is wonderful. She does a great job. She definitely sounds as the more the show goes on, she reminded me a lot of Ahsoka. She had like some Ahsoka mannerisms in her voice. Especially in that
Yeah, I can see
gunship
that.
fight. Rewatching it, I was just like, oh, that sounded like Ashley X9.
Mhm.
And I mean that as a compliment. She's great. And I think Devin is definitely like the self-insert character of the show, where kind of like you're meant to view the story through her, similar to like Omega or like Ezra. And I don't think she's like the peak of Omega, where I just instantly loved that character and knew that she was gonna be one of my favorites. But I do think as the show goes on, she grew on me. And I think by episode like 5, I realized how much I liked this character. And the show leaves off in a very interesting way that I'm very
Yeah.
excited to see where they take her. But yeah, and her master Iko Diodaki is played by Dennis Haysbert of Allstate. He has a very prolific like career, but if you ask most people, he's the Allstate guy.
I remember that joke you made, and I did not get it at the time.
I
You
made a
were
joke.
like,
Yeah,
I was like, what?
I made a joke about him saying like, "Are you in good hands?" And then Benny was like, "I have no idea what that means, but it's an Allstate reference because he is the Allstate guy." But I'm surprised they didn't make that reference, even like a sly like, "Devin, we are in the Force's hands," just something
You're the
corny
first
like
time,
that.
Yeah.
I am happy they didn't do that though. That would have been kind of dumb. But yeah, Devin is kidnapped, kind of, but not really. She just is. They don't even handcuff her. Like they very much don't really care about
No.
like, which to be fair, like makes sense. She is just a kid. So Maul, locks her in a cell and basically tests her, saying, "You gotta find your own way out. You're technically not trapped," and then she just gets out. She moves the prison, not the actual door
Yeah.
itself, which I thought was cool.
I thought it was cool, but I also thought it was odd how much of a big moment they made that out to be. Like, even when I watched
Yeah,
the
with the
episode,
music.
like, the music's like, da da da, and I was like, she just like pushed a thing and stepped
She
out
did
of
it!
Like, I was like, what? Like, what was the big deal? Like, we knew
I
she was a
liked
Jedi.
the music like inflection,
Oh,
but
yeah.
it was just weird when they do it there, but they didn't do it really in like the opening with Maul, and they just cut that scene like in the
I
first
would've-
shot
yeah,
of the show.
yeah.
Like
I
it
would
was
have
just
just
weird.
cut the like the first test where he puts her in the cell. I would have just had it so he takes her to his little Mickey Mouse clubhouse, and then just we immediately go to the scene where he has tea with her, and then they have the whole exchange. I think that would have just saved time.
Yeah.
Oh, and Kevin is in the chat. I'm going to add Kevin.
Kevin.
Yo, now it's a party.
Yeah. What a swell party this is.
Kevin, I believe you're muted, my friend. He may be getting ready still, so I will.
Earth to Kevin.
I think
So it's true. You're live.
You live.
no, it's you
Yeah.
live, Kevin. You messed up the line, you idiot.
No, that was the bit. That was the bit. You guys are live right now. So that was
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm stupid.
No, it's okay. I'm stupider. I completely got the times backwards on this. Dude, I told someone verbatim to their face, okay, Joe is streaming at 6 EST, which you are not, but I got it backwards. I said, okay, 6 EST, that's 8 o'clock my time. No, it's not. I don't even think that would be if it was on the West Coast. So I got that wrong in so many different ways.
You're okay.
My apologies. How's it going, everybody?
Pretty good.
Everyone, if you don't know, this is Kevin. He's been on many streams with me. He's wonderful.
Hello.
So, Kevin, we are joined by Benny, who I don't believe you've ever been on
we've
a.
met.
You have.
Yeah.
Yes, we've met.
And
Yeah, we've been on a stream or two for sure.
and Lego Luke, who
Good to
this
see you
is his
again.
first time with us.
Hello.
Hey, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
But so Kevin, we basically just went over the first episode of Maul. We basically did like general thoughts and then went into the
Cool.
first episode. So why don't you give us like your like just general like very brief thoughts on Maul Shadow Lord, and then we'll continue with episode 2.
Cool. Yeah. So I will say I did catch enough of the stream to hear some of your opinions on that. Yeah. I have to say I absolutely agree with you. My only big criticism, the only thing for me with the show where I'm like, you should have done more with that, is Maul's Mando and Zybrak posse. Like, I agree, those characters absolutely should have had just a little bit more attention given to them. Like 2 to 3 scenes each, maybe, just squeezed in somewhere, because it maybe not only would have helped the pacing. I know some people felt that was very, like, dude, I saw some people say the pacing of the first 2 episodes was slow, and when you told me you thought it was on crack, so I was like, what is going on here? Did we watch the same show? But yeah, I think, and before anybody says anything, yes, I know those Mandos have a history in some of the comics. I know they have their own stories with, like, breaking Maul out of prison or something. Maybe, I don't know.
I mean, Rook does, but the other ones don't.
Right, and here's the thing. I shouldn't need to read a comic to know what's interesting about Rook in this show. Like,
Rook doesn't even really have, like, much development in the Son of Dathomir comic. She breaks Maul out, and she threatens Black Sun and the Pikes, because Darth Sidious, they regroup with Black Sun and the Pikes, and then frickin' Dooku and Sidious show up, and the Pikes are like, we're gonna leave, and Rook Cast is like, if you leave now, we're just gonna place a hit on you, and you'll be dead anyway, whether it's to Sidious or to us. And the Pikes are like, okay, bet, and they just leave.
Well, we all know how that turned out. But...
yeah, so then obviously didn't work out for Krim, because it was Krim who did that, and then
Krim.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But
yes. Okay, I'm glad so Rook Cast is basically just badass, cool, emo Mando girl. Got it.
She's basically just an action figure.
Okay,
which like, I will be getting her action figure. Her Black Series figure looks
awesome. That figure
awesome,
looks sick.
Fair, the helmet
cool.
looks cool. Yeah.
And
it is
also,
a cool figure.
I want to say, I believe Vanessa Marshall voiced her.
Yes, she did.
She was
Who
great.
is Hera? Yes.
She's great.
Yeah, she was doing really good.
Wonderful actress. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so the Mandos I can forgive. Like, Rook Cast just being cool Mando. She was at least in Clone Wars Season 7, so there's a little something there in the animated stuff. I do agree, though. Icarus and, what was his name?
Scorch?
Scorch is the commando.
Oh, Scorn.
Oh, wow, Scorn. I was about to make a joke, like Scorpion. Like, okay, no, Scorn, gotcha. Scorpion. Yeah, I wish Icarus and Scorn got a little bit more focus. When you tell me there's a Zybrak with a machine turret voiced by is it Steve Blum or Nolan North?
So Steve Blum voiced the smaller one with the like the face mask. The bigger one was actually the voice actor for Pong Krell. Which is even funnier, because that guy didn't even have any lines. Icarus got 3 at least. But imagine getting Pong Krell's voice actor just to have him go.
that is crazy. Yeah,
just to make noises.
I thought he was. Oh, I remember now. I think I misheard that he was voiced by Clancy Brown, because I saw you on Instagram asking, like, why didn't the 11th brother get to speak? They have Clancy Brown on this show, if I remember correct.
We'll get to that in a second. That was not entirely true. I made a mistake, but
okay.
We'll get to that. But
I made a mistake. No.
I also have to shout out, by the way, Joe, I love that you said the bigger one and the one with the mask, because I can't remember their names either. So that makes me feel much better.
I know their names, but that's just because I have, like, the Star Wars brain. I genuinely, when the trailer came out, I thought that Icarus was the bigger one and Scorn was the smaller one.
I did too. So I'm glad we're of the same brain cell in that regard.
When he died, my friend, I have her name is Fancy Star Wars. She's wonderful. She posted on her story something like, I felt nothing when Icarus died. And I was like, actually, Scorn was the one who died.
Everybody got that wrong. Yeah, that was so funny.
And she was like, go, just shows how much I cared about that.
Well, yeah, that is really my only big criticism, and the reason I say that is because the show is really good at giving the other characters a lot to do and make me care about them. Like, I really like both the Lawsons, Devin, Ikodaki, Two Boots. Vario, I thought was a riot. I really enjoyed all those characters. And then it feels like the Mandos and Zybrak, it's like, oh yeah, you guys kind of helped build this whole thing to begin with. And one half of you is literally Maul's species. And it just kind of feels like, you know, there could have been a little something more there.
Do you remember the old meme from Team Fortress 2 where it's like, I am heavy weapons guy? That's literally
yes, that's exactly what he is.
I am heavy.
Oh my god, I would have died laughing if that character said sandwich in the show, like heavy.
Yeah, literally, this is their character. They're I'm heavy weapons guy.
I love the edit with the woke guys in the bottom right corner. I don't even know what that's for.
When they take out the TK troopers, this is a bucket. and then more Inquisitors come in. There's more.
That's perfect.
But yeah, so episode 3, Maul gives Devin some tea, which is actually the same tea that Pre Vizsla gave to him in Clone Wars. Cassius tea, which is a nice callback. And then he talks about how Mother Talzin was murdered by Sidious, which is a callback to Son of Dathomir, which was a deleted Clone Wars arc where Grievous brutally murdered Mother Talzin on Dathomir. Which is a good acknowledgement. I wish that a big missed opportunity, I feel, would have been animating
Flashbacks.
that.
Yeah. Flashbacks, I was going to say.
That would have been a cool flashback to put in the vision sequence of, like, after Savage died. That would have been a cool way of reimagining that Clone Wars arc.
Yeah, I agree. I honestly, I feel like in general, Grievous should have more of a haunting presence when it comes to the Night Sister stuff, because I really liked I liked that line a lot in Fallen Order where Marin like turns on the lightsaber and says like, a warrior wielding these came to my planet and slaughtered my sisters, or however the quote is. It adds an air of like mystery if you don't know what happens.
It's kind of scary. Yeah.
Right, but if you know what happens, it's like, oh shit, Grievous is still having an impact on like the cultures with the Force even after death. Like that's how much of a hater he is.
Was it Tales of the Empire where we got that like moment?
Yep. In the Morgan Elsbeth massacre, we murdered Morgan's mom.
Really, like I remember people didn't love Tales of the Empire. I enjoyed it a lot.
I did as well.
That moment.
Yeah, I really liked Tales of the Empire. It not only made me care about Morgan Elsbeth, but I liked what it did with Barriss, and it and it took Lynn Carnesh, a literal background prop in Kenobi, and made her a character, which is a very impressive feat.
Lynn is one of my favorite Inquisitors. She's on the same level to me as the ones in this show, which we will get to.
Her design's awesome too. All the Inquisitors have like unreal designs.
Yeah,
honestly, this is one of the few cases where I think some of the EU designs go less hard than the canon material. Frankly, like the Sixth Brother, for example, he
looks weird. I don't like his outfit.
He looks like he has a strips of a calendar on his head. Like,
it does. He looks like
you're right. Yeah,
a little bit. Yeah. I mean, Ninth Sister was technically extended universe, and then they brought her into the games. But I think that her outfit, she wasn't redesigned, but she looks better in 3D graphics compared to like a comic drawing. She just looked more like.
She also just adds so much aura to the team because she's the only giant Inquisitor, and I really love that kind of visual contrast, not only just in character design and teams, but also just the idea of these guys all bow down to Vader, yet she's bigger than him. So that really showcases the power that he holds over them without even showing him.
He's the one who took her eye in that comic.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
that's canon?
Her left eye is cybernetic. Vader.
What? I didn't even know that.
Wait, that's
canon? I mean, it is a comic, so maybe we won't get like.
Wow, that just makes me feel more bad for her.
Ninth
Jedi.
She has a cybernetic hand, foot, and eye.
Side note: Grievous looks fucking peak in Tales of the Empire. Genuinely the best.
Because he actually looks scary, like haunting.
Oh yeah, it's the closest I think 3D animation Clone Wars has gotten to 2003 Grievous in terms of menace. I think that's probably the best we're going to get. And honestly, I would love a Grievous origin show. We don't need it, but if it's anything like Maul Shadow Lord, please. Like,
As long as we don't see him as a cyborg, I think seeing him before would be cool. Just like at the
interesting.
very end, see his transformation. I
That's
think if you
fair.
spent
That would be cool. Like, build it up as an unknown or new character, like the story of this galactic warrior, and then at the end, reveal to people who don't know that it's Grievous. Like, that could be a
Jal
fun.
Shariel. That's his actual name. But yeah,
Really?
so then Devin decides to TF, and Maul decides to turn out the lights, and we get a really great horror sequence of Maul like stalking her, putting the shadow in Shadow Lord. I love the way that scene is shot, just Maul creeping like a horror movie villain. I thought that was incredible.
The editing was also great with like him peering in and out of the shadows, and the ways that this show utilizes darkness is so impressive, because like if you have too narrow of a mind, you think of it as just like, oh, it's just add some black shadows. No, there's ways to lower and raise the saturation of grays to get that good contrast for the stuff that's not coated in red lightsaber light. And it was just I should say in general as well, I gave my one big criticism of the show, but I didn't give my overall thoughts on it. I'm just going to say super quickly, this might genuinely be my new favorite Star Wars show, period. Like, even more than Clone Wars, which is saying a lot because that's literally how I got into Star Wars. I should specify the Clone Wars. I know if I just say Clone Wars, it could be 2003. Both were instrumental, but and before anybody says anything, yes, Andor is peak. Fuck off. That's not what we're talking about.
You're talking about strictly animation.
Yes, but not even just like, it's easily probably my favorite new animated thing, but just in general, I think this might be my favorite Star Wars show, because I said this already in like a community post, but I think this show, for me at least, was a all killer, no filler series. I know some might disagree, but I didn't feel like a second was wasted.
I would agree with that. I would agree with that.
Yeah, and especially as an animator, the animation in the show was fucking, like we've said, it's phenomenal. It's amazing to look at. It's incredible attention to detail. The matte paintings, the perspective angle with Maul, the harshness of the lightsabers and the textures on the characters. It was all, oh my God, I can't wait to gush about the finale or the final 2 episodes. Those fight scenes, orgasmic. Like, that shit had me ascending to.
I would agree. I think it's probably the best looking animated show. I think that like, it may be my single favorite like style of 3D animation. Like Spider-Verse will always be my favorite, but
it is so up there though, because what else would there be? Fair, Arcane, that's a good one.
I was gonna say Arcane.
Mitchell's versus the Machines, I really like the look of.
I like K-pop Demon Hunters. I loved how that one looked.
Oh, fair. K-pop Demon Hunters. Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, which this feels like a good spiritual successor to.
Yeah, that's true.
In more ways than one.
It even has Wagner Moira in it.
Exactly. But
I hope somebody's making animatics of death from Puss in Boots: The Last Wish with Lawson's voice lines in the show. That would be so fun.
Oh, I kind of want to do that now, man. But yeah, so I do like that we get to see some sports in Star Wars, like actual like sports, space lacrosse or Bodekin. There is a discrepancy in the comics. There was a Maul Shadow Lord prelude. We get to see Lawson talking about his son, and he says his son is really good at shockball. And I assumed at first that we get to see the sport Riley was playing was shockball, but then later on he says it's Bodekin. So I guess Riley...
He could just be playing multiple sports.
Yeah, Riley could just be a jack of all trades. Like,
he's just the MVP. I don't know if
he's
it was New Rockstars, but I think New Rockstars did a video talking about it, and they were talking about how he might just be multifaceted with the athletics, and I like the idea of having a million sports, because we don't really get that. You're right. It's like pod racing, and then so we don't even get a lot of sports, which is interesting.
I'm trying to think. Yeah. We don't get to see casual Star Wars life a lot.
Yeah, that's
no,
another
not
one I thought
really.
Skeleton Crew was cool.
Skeleton's Crew we get to
Yeah.
see, but that's really it. There
Yeah,
There was
was
like that vehicle race in that one season 2 Bad Batch episode, but
Right,
other than
racing.
Oh
that,
my
yeah,
god, I
yeah,
forgot
yeah.
about that.
it's mostly
That was-
racing. It seems like
Yeah.
it's a lot of vehicle.
And there's
racing.
whatever Obi-Wan and Anakin are watching on the TV in Attack of the Clones or whatever in the bar.
Oh yeah, there
that's
was like a horse racing, but like
yeah,
it was
some weird
droids?
thing. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. I
I don't
remember
that
remember
was-
that
that
at
was-
all.
That was funny. It was in like the far background when they're looking for Zam Wessel. But yeah, and I like that we get to see Lawson abandon Riley in the middle of the day. Like we go to Devin being stalked in the darkness to Riley being abandoned in the middle of the day. I thought that was a cool contrast.
Yeah.
Yeah, like different.
Ooh, fair.
Yeah, that was cool. Different like aspects of that was cool. Yeah,
Yeah. But
I didn't even think
Um,
about that. Damn, you got like good insight.
thank you. By the way, I am listening to you guys. I'm painting a Mon
Oh,
Mothma
no,
figure
you're-
right now.
Yeah,
Oh,
no
that's
problem.
I'm
completely fair. Yeah.
when I say I'm looking down, I promise I'm like I'm listening to all of your commentary. But
I feel you because this show actually got me to do something that I never thought I would do with all the art project I want to do. It got me to make a fucking Star Wars OC for the first time.
yes, you mentioned
That's
an
fine.
Inquisitor.
Yeah, I
Oh,
made my
that's
own
sick.
Inquisitor, the 17th brother, which is a funny name, but pretty realistic at this point, given they keep
There's a lot.
Second cousin.
Just,
Yeah,
yes, it's
Ross
24
said
cousin.
when we're 40, dude, we're gonna be on like the 24th cousin.
The 24th cousin.
That clip is so funny.
Dude, I will never forget my reaction to seeing that one Inquisitor in the Tales of the Underworld poster.
The one that has
When
no
I
name.
saw him, I like almost jumped up in anger. I was like, how many of these fuckers does Vader have? And
I literally, when I saw him in the trailer, my first thought was, I can't wait for this fucker to die. Like
Yeah,
literally.
When I first saw him, there's this great clip I have in my phone of a creator called Ao Odwin on a stream going, "Where the fuck did you get that, bruh?"
Wait, which
Um,
Inquisitor is it from?
We
He
don't know
has
his
no
name.
name. Yeah,
that's,
he's just a
he
guy.
has no name, not even a brother distinction.
Oh,
guess
this
he's-
guy? Is he the one with like the open face thing?
Yeah.
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 Oh
I
my
do-
god, I completely
I actually
forgot about that.
went.
I don't blame you.
I actually went on Wikipedia to look up
Yeah.
if there were actually 16 Inquisitors at this point with the legends in canon. And when I went to him, the description for the episode literally just called him Helmeted Inquisitor. Wow, that really narrows things.
Yeah, it's not great. He doesn't even look that cool, honestly.
Well, this was Tales of the Underworld, right?
yeah.
I
He doesn't
appreciate
even
what
look cool.
I appreciate what the design is trying to do. I see the vision with like, okay, the kind of rhino horn, cyclops head, and the glowing eyes in the
I
darkness.
think it's cool. Yeah, I just want like they don't expand on it enough.
I would
Yeah,
have just
they-
done like the eighth brother or like
Also,
you know.
the death scene, his death scene, in theory, I like it. A blue and yellow dual lightsaber stab to the torso. That's fucking cool. It should have been at the end of the arc, though. He should have been a threat for 3 episodes, and then that happens. Would have been more
Or
satisfying.
just don't kill him, just throw him against the wall.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah,
Like-
because now, dude, whenever they do another shot of Inquisitors in 3D animation, and we see like Marok and the 11th brother and him, unlike Marok and the Crow, where when I see them, I'm just going to be thinking of the aura they had in Maul Shadow Lord, and then their deaths, which are lessened because of how badass they are in this show. I'm not going to see this guy and think that. I'm just going to see him and think, haha, you got fucking wrecked by Diet Ezra.
Literally, yeah. Like
I will
at
say-
least, like
Oh, sorry.
at least like Marok and Crow got to be taken out by like Ahsoka Tano.
That's
like,
exactly what I was gonna say. Like I've heard a lot of people complain about like, oh, they're so cool in Maul, but then they just die, and it's like sure, but also like it's Ahsoka.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
he
both of them
outsmarts
out.
them.
Yeah,
and
my
at least
problem-
Marok got at least a traditional duel with
Mhm.
Ahsoka. Like he
Right.
got
That's
like
true.
actually
I
like
do love
to
that
fight.
that she disarms the Crow in the
Yeah.
Tales of the Jedi. Like
Yeah,
that was sick.
I like that as a kill. I just wish it lasted longer. And
Yeah.
also, like Filoni, is the Ahsoka book canon or not?
Yeah, I
anymore?
know.
Like,
It's
just-
so annoying. Yeah,
Just pick a lane. I love you, Filoni, but you need to just choose some things.
Is that one of the novels or comics?
It's a novel.
Okay, I
Yeah.
have not. I'll be honest, haven't read any of the novels.
I will say it is not a great book, especially the Siege of Mandalore flashbacks are like
Yeah.
really bad. Like the writing for Maul is so elementary compared to what we actually got. Like I'm really happy that was retconned at least.
I agree it's not as good as Clone Wars Season 7, but I did enjoy it. And at the very least, I really liked the way she killed the sixth brother in that book, where she used the Force to blow his lightsaber up in his face. And that's how she gets
awesome
the Kyber crystals to purify. That's my thing with the Tales of the Jedi 11th brother thing. I don't mind Ahsoka killing him. I'm mad that the way she killed him didn't take a little longer to get to, and B, there was a cooler idea in the book that I wanted to see animated, and they didn't do it. So I was like, okay, I'm disappointed. I like Tales of the Jedi, and I don't hate the Ahsoka stuff, but that was my most like, oh, come on moment of the show.
My buddy Andrew recommended the other day, he said what they should have done was just move it up in the timeline to be during Kenobi, and the reason Ahsoka didn't help Bail Organa with Leia
that still annoys me.
She was because she was on a different mission fighting an Inquisitor.
True.
And she was just fighting the Crow during that time.
Also, side note about Tales of the Jedi, every time we saw the Disney Plus card for it with like baby Ahsoka, whenever I was on Disney Plus with my brother and he saw baby Ahsoka, he would either say out loud or whisper "ugly baby" every single
ugly baby.
It's terrible.
Yeah,
ugly. Like, damn.
Can I complain about something fully random? Can I complain about something for a second?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
For the promotion of this show, they've been putting out really awesome posters, and the entire bottom fourth of the screen is just Disney Plus.
Yeah.
I'm looking up right now.
And it's so obnoxious.
Shadow Lord. Yeah, it's really irritating.
It's so obnoxious.
You're right.
That's not even the worst one.
What the heck?
Look up the character posters, like the Inquisitors one. It's so crazy.
The Inquisitor poster goes so hard. Why is that whack?
I know that was really pissing me off about this show. But that's just Disney Plus. Like,
is this? Oh, this.
No,
Devin's poster. It's like a quarter. If it's the logo.
And they're so sick too with like the Zabrak like pattern and stuff is awesome. And then they just cut off like a fifth of the poster. And I'm like, what are you?
It's like we get it, Disney. You own this show. Get your fucking crystal orb out of the shot.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And then the Disney Plus new logo is like not even that good. Like the old one
I don't like the new shade of blue.
It's so it's like weird. Yeah.
Also, I have to say, one note as well about the posters. I like them all. I do find it funny how fucking huge Demas is on his. Like
I'm looking. Oh yeah, I found it.
He looks
that was funny.
That's funny.
It just looks funny.
Look at that guy.
But yeah, so then Maul and Devin fight right before she escapes. Maul's dialogue in the scene's really good.
What episode are we on right now?
Episode 3.
Okay.
Episode 3. He says like, "Oh, your life."
Episode 3?
Yeah. He's like, "Your life is in ruin," and I'm like, "Yeah, dude, I know. You don't have to tell me." I stole that from Ross. He was texting me. We were talking about it, and he was like, "The dialogue was really good," and he said that. I totally.
Oh, yeah. What does Ross think about the show? Do you like it?
He's behind. He only got 4 episodes in.
Oh wow!
But
I want to see. He would do killer customs.
Oh my god!
He.
That'd be sick.
I remember we were talking about the AV figures, Devin, and he was like, "Dude, like, I bought it because I wanted it," and he was like,
"Oh, that looks good."
He's like, "Am I even gonna like this character and drop like $40? And also, even if she sticks around, she's probably gonna get a different costume because this is like a very
season 1 costume, yeah,
very very season 1 costume." And I was like, I'll probably use the parts just to make like the Darth Talon figure, like when she actually gets her new name. And he did end up getting it, but it was a lot of cool stuff dropped for AV figures. They made like Spybot, they made Icarus and Scorn.
I might genuinely have to get Marok and Crow figures, dude.
They
grew on me so fast.
Is Spybot like huge?
No, he's actually when you see him scaled up, he actually looks pretty big next
'Cause
to.
I was looking at the.
Oh,
I was
or
so
not.
confused on how big he was because at one point I thought he was like literally tiny, and then at one point I thought he was like I had no idea what was happening when I was watching that.
Here is Icarus and Scorn. I got
Oh,
them.
that looks cool.
They're sold. They look cool. And then Mark and the. Oh, here's
Fuck.
Mark and the Crow.
Yeah, they
Um,
gotta do a mold for the crow.
The mold for the Crow looks really cool.
Oh, they gotta do that in a set or something. That'd be so sick.
I don't
But-
even collect Legos that much anymore because I have no place to put them in my new room right now. But I like collecting figures when I can, and those are really fucking cool. So
when those come back in stock, I'll let you know. You'll be.
I got to go to you know what? I'm going to Fan Expo at the end of the month here in Denver. I'm sure there's going to be at least 3 Lego stands that have their own versions of Marok and the Crow. So I'm not even that annoyed about it. Speaking of Joe, Sam Witwer and Matthew Wood are going to be here in Denver for Fan Expo.
I really want to meet Matt Wood.
I would love to meet. I'm probably going to try to
awesome.
meet Matthew Wood. I would love to meet Sam Witwer, but after this show, his line is going to be around the fucking block, dude.
Go do a photo op with him. I would recommend that because I got to meet him for a photo op, and actually like he's just wonderful. Just like he like in the 5 seconds that you meet him, he just takes the time to talk with you.
I might stick out a line then if it means interactive. I might be able to do it at least one day because I have actually I might be part of a panel at this Fan Expo. Yeah, it's a whole thing. I can explain later in DMs, but I might be going 2 days is the point. So I could have one day to just experience the con as is, and then the other day can be my panel, and then like trying to meet him just for that line because I know it's going to be obnoxious.
Definitely try. I think autographs will be crazy, but try at least with photo ops because if you get it beforehand, you'll have it secured.
Fair. Yeah, I don't know how my brother does it. He stands in line so long to meet voice actors, and I'm like, dude, how?
I'm meeting Daphne Keene later this month for.
What?
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
Love her. I made her an X-23 figure, but
that's awesome.
Well, yeah. So, we get to episode 4, the Pikes. We get to see Obadiah again, which is cool, and Maul is captured. However, it's revealed that they did a little switcheroony, and it's actually Icarus under the cloak, which is pretty cool. And Maul just shows up and wrecks everyone and kills Mark Krim. And he puts a different Pike in power. And one thing I found interesting here, because I talked about this with my mom, I watched it with her, and we had very different opinions. Do you guys think that Vario was in on it?
I don't think so, because I don't know if they would
Honestly,
even like allow him to be.
I think
Because if he was in on it, if he wasn't in on it, why did Maul not kill him? Because he totally
I think he was in on it, yeah.
I think as well, too, because remember, Vario had that line after he killed Demas where he says, never shoot a guy in the back. And even though he stuns Icarus, he shoots him in the back. So that's
interesting.
I think that's a visual tip off to the audience that he is either taking a big risk or something isn't right here without telling us. At least that's my
Yeah,
that's an
interesting
interesting
you're probably
perspective.
right. This was
Yeah,
the what?
very
Third
interesting,
episode,
Kevin.
fourth episode?
Yeah,
this
the
is
beginning of the
fourth
4th. Yeah.
And
also,
like,
the way
so
he
what, that
killed
was, like,
Krim was fucking
4 episodes?
badass. Like sorry, I talked over you.
Oh no, I was just gonna say you're probably right about it being him not being or him being in on it or whatever. But like, I just like didn't. I feel like it didn't read to me that way initially, just because like he was like kind of just like acting dumbfounded, I guess.
Yeah.
Fair.
But you're probably right because they show more later with him. So
Yeah, because like if he did betray them for real, why would Maul spare him? I don't see Maul just letting that go and having him stick around.
I also got to say, Krim's death was fucking baller. Like making him chop himself in half with the lightsaber. Damn.
It was very gnarly because you get to see the wound afterward. Very gnarly.
Yeah.
Like
that was also one of my favorite moments in episode 2. I love the bit where he has the one Pike on the ceiling and he's boasting about like how like Krim is the boss and yada yada, and Maul just goes, I'm sure you believe that, and then just chops him in half. That was when I realized,
That was
I'm
cool.
gonna fucking love this show even more.
I love Maul's like body language during that, where he like nods his head. I thought that was a really cool, like
Yeah,
very
it
very
has-
expressive.
the character animation in general has so many good little bits that I loved paying attention to or looking out for. It just
There's a
made
character we're gonna get to that I definitely am thinking of as you're saying that.
Oh yeah, but even just little things like I liked the weird little bit of Vario, just like kind of like whenever he was nervous, caressing his what are they like fins?
Fins.
Tassel. Okay, yeah,
They look like mutton chops, kinda.
yeah, those things. Oh my god, somebody make fan art of Vario as Jay Schlatt, please. I need to see that.
Jay Schlatt. Wait. Oh no. Oh, no.
with the yeah, that's so funny.
The
Wait, pull a
mutton-
picture of Vario now and put it side by side to see if
I can't put it side by side. Wait. Wait.
I want to see if yeah. Just keep switching. I want to see if
Oh my god, he does look like Looney. He does look like Looney Fart.
You typed in actor, so it there you go.
What?
Oh, huh.
Oh wait, this is why it's Bing.
Oh,
This is why
ew.
this is why. Yeah, I know. This is why Google stays winning. That's awesome. Just yeah. So, just
My name is
yeah.
Schlatt, and today we are going to be stabbing the Shadow Collective in the back.
He looks exactly like him. He looks exactly like Fart.
That's
so
really
funny.
funny.
Today I'm going to be ranking every single Inquisitor known to man, even the ones that are in Dave Filoni's basement. And yes, we will be using them against Crimson Dawn.
Oh my god. But so they everyone breaks out and then they decide that they're gonna go back and fight Maul at his warehouse. Maul offers a chance to have an alliance with Lawson. Lawson denies, and Maul says die well, which is a reference to what he said to Saxon before betraying him. And there's a great lightsaber duel with Daki and Devin. And Daki messes up Maul's leg, and this is something that I think the show does very well, is show that Maul is vulnerable.
Yeah.
This is I've seen people complaining about this, saying like Maul isn't cool anymore because he loses a lot of fights,
Oh.
but
Oh my
It's
fucking
so
god.
obnoxious.
I
I
think
love.
yeah.
Oh no, you can. I was just gonna say I loved how that. I told my dad this right after because we both had watched simultaneously. Obviously, I'm at school, so we couldn't do it together. But
Yeah.
I was like, I love how with the gash from the lightsaber on his like mechanical legs, it kept like have a little electricity, and I was like, that was such like an interesting physical way to show he's kind of still haunted by Sidious in a way, like.
Oh,
Oh, cool. I like
That's
that.
how I
Right.
read that, and I texted my dad, and I was like, "That's so awesome! Just having
that's
that like
fucking
physical
awesome.
manifestation, especially after the flashback stuff that we'll get into later, that you'll probably want to talk about a lot because I was sick. But I just thought that was a
that's
great detail.
really cool way of looking at that. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know if that
perfect.
was like how it was intended, but that's just kind of what I thought because, obviously he, especially like when we see as a kid he was tortured with the lightning right after Savage was killed and he was taken prisoner, like. So there's a lot of lightning that he has the trauma with. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Also,
That
I
was
have
such a
to-
great catch, dude.
not to throw
Thanks,
us off
yeah, I
on
don't-
another not to throw us off on another tangent, but I have to get this off my chest before it completely derails me. Because we were making the Jay Schlatt Vario jokes. So Jay Schlatt is kind of known for lack of a better way to put it, there's a lot of 9/11 jokes in his
Oh, no.
community. And I
Here
am
we
so
go.
sorry, but all I could think after realizing that was Maul going, Vario, hit
Oh,
the
no.
second tower.
Oh no.
It's
I
crazy.
was trying so hard not to laugh as you were talking, Joe. I just needed to get that out there. It's probably going to get me canceled, but I had to because it came right out of nowhere. Anyway.
Vario,
Yeah.
does jet fuel melt steel beams? or to be
Let's
more
find the
accurate-
mentalist hottest at the crucible, or the part of the weapon. What did you say again? The best weapons are forged at the
The
crucible.
hottest ions are forged
Yeah.
in the crucible.
Someone's got to edit the clip with
the
Bush.
strongest steel beams are molded with jet fuel.
Now we know
You
what
gotta-
Maul was gonna
you
do
gotta
with that
edit it.
coaxium in Solo, man.
Oh couldn't have done this alone.
Coaxium can't melt Beskar. Oh my god.
man.
Oh my god,
It's
I'm
so
one of the
funny.
few people that like Solo unironically, so that is killing
I
me.
do
Solo's
too.
great,
Yeah.
dude.
Solo's
Oh.
great. We're with
Oh
you
my
on
gosh.
I plead the fifth.
My
I'm kidding.
people.
Solo's okay. But
that. There will be
Anyway,
no
episode
pleading the
4,
fifth
I'm
for
sorry.
you. The Emperor.
That's
wants
so
to
funny.
die.
The coaxium.
Wait, let me write down the time of the time stamp just because I'm gonna come back. I'm totally clipping that.
I'm
But
just gonna briefly say, Joe, about that scene with Maul and Lawson and like fighting the cops and whatever. I think that is like one of the very few Lawson L's in this show. Is I was like, that was like an uncharacteristically stupid thing for him to do. It's like Darth freaking Maul is like, hey bro, I have an offer for you. We could like work together. Or like you're gonna or like I have all my guys surrounding you, and he's just like, yeah, I can't accept that. He's just like, okay, time to die. It's like, dude, you could have just lied, but you got everybody killed. Like
That is true. Yeah,
like he could have just lied.
I understand why he said no, because he can't fully trust Maul, but at the same time, it is like, yeah, you're surrounded and could get killed right this second.
Yeah,
so-
if they'd staged the scene differently, so he wasn't aware that everybody was there, but he was like, Maul literally
Yeah.
has all his guys walk in, and he could have just said, that's a considerable offer. I might take you up on that. And then later, like, he just uses that, like, alliance that he basically lied about to get to Maul and stop him or whatever, because that's his ultimate goal. So he could have used that to his advantage. But
or
instead,
just don't have Rook out in the open, and then after the hologram fades, Rook like jumps down because they come
Something
out
like
immediately.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just come. So it just like I didn't really like the way the scene was staged. And
Yeah,
I thought it was like
weird.
really stupid for Lawson to do that, because I understand the like, oh, he's honorable. Where that's the line that Maul literally says. He's like, predictable but honorable, and it's like I get it, but like there's honorable and being dumb are not like mutually exclusive. Yeah, it's just kind of like
stupid.
I don't know if I would have done
dummy.
that, man. Because then, yeah, everybody dies and he looks all sad about it. I'm like, yeah, okay, this one's kind of on you, Lawson. Okay, I get it, man.
And then Two Boots calls ice on Gen X.
He literally does.
I will say I love that moment where we don't exactly know, but like at the same time, you know exactly what happens.
Right.
And the Star Destroyer eclipsing Gen X was just so
with the music, dude. The theme.
And I like how they don't play the march, but at the same time, it's the beat of it.
Yeah. No, it was so sick.
And I also have to. I really like how with Two Boots making that decision. It's so good because it's so layered in that even if you ignore that it's his protocol and he's trying to follow orders, he is doing so after like a situation has escalated where Gen X cops have been killed and their facility has been damaged. They are outnumbered. So it's like both sides have a really good point in this instance where, the Empire will make things more complicated, but they are out of their depth at certain points when it comes to Maul. So I both don't like, but also understand why Two Boots calls the Empire. I think it's a good balance in terms of characterization.
That moment passed the mom test. I watched that with my mom, and when he said, I forgive you, Captain, hopefully you'll be able to forgive me, my mom just out loud said, what did you do? Like, it was such a great moment, and when the comms are all, like, beeping, it's so...
yeah. I also like the bit where Spybot hears the Imperial probe.
Yeah, the probe, that was the first hint, yeah.
And he's like, uh-oh.
I love him so much.
I love how he kind of reminded me with how, obviously it was more clear, but with Chopper and Ahsoka, when you can kind of hear his, like, I think, didn't Filoni voice him?
Yeah, Filoni voiced Chopper.
When you could kind of hear the, like, what he's actually saying under the beeps and stuff, Spybot, like, had words that were kind of layered with the droid noises. I thought that was really fun, too. That detail was cool.
I want to hear a droid in Star Wars say, what the fuck? And you just can't fully tell.
Mershkadoo!
I forgot about that.
He says it, like, 3 times. It's really funny. Like,
Uskadoo, we can too.
Mershkadoo.
I think
the Empire shows up, and we meet Lieutenant Blake, who isn't like...
I hated that guy.
Not the most layered Imperial officer, but I love his little mannerisms. His little, like, like snap when he goes up to Kleist and he's like, "Let's start with you." Like he's so zesty. Like I love.
There's some
how
Krennic in that. There's some Krennic there too.
There is some
He's
Krennic
the-
in him.
I'm glad you mentioned the zestiness because that actually makes him kind of a perfect representation of certain real world fascists who think they're better than everybody because they are unintentionally doing some of the
I love
gayest
how it shows 1917.
No, yeah.
My favorite movie. This is literally my favorite movie.
He's so
Not
yeah,
that, like-
such a cool officer character.
New most punchable face
He's so
of an
cool.
Imperial ever, and
100%
somehow
agree with
he's
you.
not from Andor.
Yeah, new most punch. Yeah, he's pretty like. Is he dead by the way? Let me.
I don't know.
think
He was
you
another
know
one that
it's-
just popped in for an episode or two and then kind of like went under
He was
the
in
rug.
the last scene he was in was with Reno when that ship blew up, but I'm not sure.
Did
if
he
he's-
blow up? I think he did.
Reno,
That was
thank
his
you.
last
I was getting her
scene, but
name.
They
they
showed him
never-
like facing the explosion. Like it looked like he got hit by it.
Can I please like? He'll probably come back in season 2.
I feel you,
Yeah,
Joe.
nothing-
Fandom fucking sucks.
Yeah, no, he's not listed as dead, so he may be okay.
I guess same
Um,
with Lawson.
Same with
But-
Lawson. Lawson, we'll get to him, but yeah. So then we get to Lawson in the interrogation chair, and he is eclipsed by the first brother, aka Maruk from Ahsoka.
That's your
which-
goat.
My goat. Literally, I have him right here. I have the custom Black Series figure that I
Awesome.
made all the
Nice.
way back in 2023.
Yeah,
Great.
Joe, I gotta apologize. You were absolutely right when you were saying I liked him before he was cool. Yeah, I owe you an apology. He is fucking cool now.
The
It's
minute I
really-
saw that guy in the Ahsoka footage, it was like that helmet is awesome.
Such
Like,
a cool character
it's so
design,
sick.
and I'm so happy they kept it over here. He's played by AJ Lacosto, who was
Gambit.
Gambit in X-Men '97.
Oh
Yeah.
shit!
Yeah,
Nice.
and also in Marvel Rivals. So great actor.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
prolific.
The voice
Um,
cast in this show was so good.
Very great. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
he's love how they kept the muffled like
Yeah,
voice
that was
from
cool.
Ahsoka that Paul Darnell.
That
who
was
the-
menacing as hell, yeah.
Yeah,
he was
I
the-
don't. It's
yeah.
so funny because I don't remember any line of his from Ahsoka where he, aside from when he says she's on the wing, I don't remember a single line or even how his filter sounded during it. But in this show, the sound design just goes insane with him whenever he gets his crumbs. Because
I was
It
gonna
sounds
say
a
that
little
earlier,
more.
too,
It's a
the
little
sound
deeper.
design.
It's a little deeper in Ahsoka. It's a little like more raspy and Maul, like Jedi, where is Maul? But in Ahsoka,
Yeah.
it's like as you wish. Like
I'm also
But-
annoyed my Mark impression wasn't better when I hopped into the call. I just
No, you're
walked
good.
my dog and ran a lot, so I was sweating when I got here.
Kevin, you're good, man. Don't worry.
You just
But-
mentioned the sound design. I was gonna say before, like when you were talking about the harsher lightsabers, I love. Obviously, there's the clip of Sam Witwer, like the yells. I
Yeah.
just loved
Mixed
how like
in.
the sound of the swinging blades and how like the flow of it felt so like clean visually. Like
Yeah.
everything about that felt so like that added a lot of flair to the animation.
I already
think.
love the sound design on Inquisitor lightsabers, but this show said let's turn that shit up to
Yeah.
11 and make it
Yeah.
even fucking cooler than
That
it already
spin
is.
too, dude. I don't like the people that listen. I'm a big Rebels guy. I get that it's a little goofy when I think it's the eighth brother, right?
With
Eighth
the
brother,
helicopter blades.
With the
Yeah.
helicopter blades. I get it. It's a little silly, but we're also talking about Star Wars. The spinning lightsabers are awesome. I'm sorry. I'm
I
gonna
agree.
die in this
The-
hill.
the-
They're
The
so sick.
Inquisitor lightsaber is my favorite kind of lightsaber in
Dude,
Star
it's
Wars
awesome.
because it's everything rolled into one. I feel like.
And I didn't
Um,
realize. I think your buddy Cobalt, Joe.
Yeah.
I saw him post a photo of the blade, like, or the hilt, like folds.
Yes,
the Inquisitor
the Inquisitor lightsabers are very cool because basically, basically how they work is that this is the holstered version.
Yeah. See,
if-
I never noticed this.
if an Inquisitor wants, they can have the single blade or the double blade. If they want it to spin, the hilt essentially will like
Snap into a
Hold-
ring.
it snaps into a
That's
ramp,
so
Yeah.
sick.
and then that
I
allows
didn't
them
realize
to
that was
have
all of
the
them. I'm
spinning
so
light.
Lego brain that little piece that's stuck for
Yeah.
the Lego hilt. I'm too Lego brain that I didn't even remember that like they're not always circle. Like I thought it
Right.
was just stuck as a circle or stuck
Yeah.
as semicircle, but it's
So
so sick. Like the
sometimes
design's so cool.
yeah, like the Black Series figure has it so it's just the semicircle, but it can snap, and then the only one who doesn't have that is Riva. Riva's has it
Yeah,
so
I remember hers
the
was.
the other half of it comes out from the hilt. It's weird, but I think they did that only to do the split saber, but it
The
doesn't.
only thing I don't like about Inquisitor lightsabers, believe it or not, it's actually not the helicopter blades. I actually find that humorous and entertaining at the very least. No, my problem is the fact that whenever we see Inquisitors in live action, you know the spinning lightsaber thing is way too complicated a VFX for them to like have it aside from one or two scenes in each Disney Plus show. So every time you see the spinning lightsaber, it's always just held still almost every time, and I'm like, that's cool, man, it looks good, and I understand it's a complicated effect, but like
Yeah.
part of the reason the Inquisitor fights are so fun is because of that sharp
Yeah.
stopping and speed of them. I
Yeah.
understand it's live action and you can't recreate the Clone Wars style perfectly, you can't keyframe humans, that's fine, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like you could speed ramp the footage in little spurts a tiny bit, make some of the strikes feel sharper. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree.
It's
Yeah, that's
okay,
fair.
yeah. But
Also,
really,
God,
you
the
can.
contrast of the Grand Inquisitor versus the Kenobi Grand Inquisitor.
I will say I hate how
Night and
Kenobi
day.
doesn't use the sound effects for Inquisitor, because Inquisitor sabers have a very unique sound. They sound more artificial.
Oh my God.
Kenobi doesn't. Kenobi just
Really?
uses generic lightsaber sounds. Funnily enough,
Oh.
the only Inquisitor in live action to have the accurate sounds is Marok, because Dave
Huh.
Filoni worked on Ahsoka, so he knew what they sounded like.
Right. God damn, I
Um,
feel so bad for my friend Sideswipe. He loves Kenobi, but every time I think about the show, I just find new reasons to dislike it. I'm sorry.
It's very amateur, like everything down to just the sound effects. Just
I'm
it
sorry,
just, they didn't
Sideswipe. I
know.
love you.
I-
You love
I-
the show all you want.
I also I'm this is kind of another conversation. I won't get too into it, but I enjoy most Star Wars things we get. And that includes all the sequels. I know there's a lot of
Whatever.
there's a lot of, I'm pretty positive about this stuff just because I love it, you know what I mean? And I'm
Yeah.
not as like I just enjoy what I'm watching kind of. And there's things I enjoy more. As I've thought more about Kenobi, I'm like, it's awesome. I love it, and there's some good stuff in there. But it's like it could have been so much cooler.
I have the hot take.
Yeah.
They should have, if we really wanted to tell this story with Reva and bring Ewan McGregor back, I feel we should have compromised, make a half-hour Obi-Wan Kenobi special presentation on Tatooine, and then just make an Inquisitor show with Reva as the main character. That way we get...
Yeah.
Inquisitor
Ewan-
show would be sick, like anthology.
Yeah, I love Reva in theory, and obviously the treatment Moses got was terrible, but I
Also,
still
yeah.
don't think the character is that good, and it sucks that, like, it feels like the Kenobi stuff and the Inquisitor stuff is conflicting a little too much for me.
Yeah.
I think that, that's just a
yeah.
screen time thing. Like, why? Like, that was my issue with this show too. Is like, why is half the show Brander Lawson, half the show Maul? It's like they almost have to. I get that there's like has to be some conflict in some other aspects, and I love it all. But I'm just like, the screen time, the way they distribute it was like mind-boggling to me.
The more the show goes on, Maul gets more screen time, but it
Yeah,
is
that's
basically
true.
the Brander Lawson show for
Yeah.
like the first half.
Speaking of,
Which I'm okay with,
did
I like
catch
it.
your-
Yeah,
I
it
did-
makes sense.
I did catch the bit from earlier in the stream before I hopped on where you were talking about like how they could have renamed it, like call it like Shadow Lord, a Star Wars movie. I don't agree necessarily that it needed to be a movie to fix its pacing issues. I will say, I think maybe Maul Shadow Collective could have helped make people feel more like, oh, this is an ensemble show, kind of, with characters
The
like
Shadow
Locke.
Collective. That would have been a cool title.
Yeah.
But I would have. I don't know. I'm okay with it. But then we get Rook confronting Maul and telling him like, we need to evacuate, and Maul says, not without Devon, and she's like, she tried to kill you. And Maul is like, the attempt was admirable. Yes, she'll make an excellent apprentice.
I love that. So funny. Yeah.
I love that line delivery because he's like, Yes, of course, she was. It was very like, and Rook is just like, no, I wasn't complimenting her. It's not a good thing, Maul. I loved that.
It's such a cool way to show like Maul. It's so interesting. Also, I have to say this actually in regards to Maul and his desire for an apprentice. I love how not only is his desire to have an apprentice a toxic dynamic, or at least like a 50-50 one, because you can tell he feels like genuine respect for apprentices, having been one, and wants to uplift somebody, even if it, but it's also whether he realizes or not, for his own goals and perpetuating the cycle of abuse that the Sith instilled in him. So I already think that's really cool. But also, I have to say this, between Devin and Kira, anybody else think that Maul is trying to get back at Palpatine, but instead with a sister because he lost a brother?
Yeah.
That's interesting. I never thought of that.
I don't know if that's the best way to word it, but like, I mean, granted, it's contradicted by Ezra in Rebels, but you know.
Yeah.
But
I
doesn't
love-
he try
I
and
love-
work with Ahsoka at some point too?
Yeah, I saw a funny
Ooh.
meme where it was like an impressionable teenager, and it's just Maul in the background, like it's free real estate. But
Maul was he in the Palpatine files?
Oh god.
no. It's like I remember like I saw a meme where it was like Maul loves like where it's like Maul loves Devin. It's like not that way, and Maul's like, I'm a villain. I'm not a monster.
Oh yeah. I saw some great fan art on Instagram earlier where it was like an edit of a wiki how-to article, like how not to entertain a baby. And it like one of the examples was don't let your baby lift weights for whatever reason. And so I saw fan art of Maul and Devin, but Devin is the baby. It looked so funny.
I'm looking for the oh my god, I hate that I laughed at this.
Maul's hobbies.
Oh no.
I'm gonna show it right now. It's really funny, but like I don't know if like the person who made this understood that Devin was a teenager. There's nothing like it's not like dirty or anything, but it's just I laughed at it because it was just like
I mean, I already started a chain of 9/11 jokes, so
no, it's okay.
this
but like
stream is
someone
already
like
problematic.
You've already dug us in a hole. We can't get out of that one.
Maul throws a rose at Devin, and Devin is like screaming.
Oh
like,
yeah, I saw that.
Let me wait. I'm gonna.
I know exactly what you're talking about. It's so funny.
I'm sending it right now. I don't know if they meant it in like a romantic way. Like to be fair, I mean it's a flower, but like, oh here it is. So this is the first one where he's.
It's the
throws the
M&M.
rose at her, and then it's just the next image is Devin like screaming, and she's like, "Please no."
That's so good.
I don't know if
that's
the
really
person
funny.
meant it in the like if it's meant to be like romantic. I hope not, because Devin's like I believe a teenager. The top comment is he just wanted a little buddy.
Maul just wants friends. At the end of the day, that's all he wants.
Honestly, yeah.
But yeah. He just wants someone to hang out and have tea with. He needs a movie
wants
bud.
to be on top, but with companions.
He needs like a friend. It just so happens that every one of his friends is a child.
Yeah, what's the point of taking over the world if you have no one to share it with? I think that's his philosophy.
Yeah. And he's getting tired of Rook the more the show goes on. By the end, when Rook is like, "Do we really need the old man?" and he's like, "Have some respect, Rook." Like, I love that line so much because he's like, "Rook,
we still need him for now."
you know, he's like, "Have some respect, Rook. He is a Jedi." Like, I love that line.
Yeah.
He's like, "Rook, where is your Mandalorian?"
I can't wait to talk about those last 2 episodes.
We're getting there.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
Marok goes to the site of the crime scene, and he, I think, uses psychometry, which is the ability Cal Kestis had, and also
Yeah,
Colin
that was
Voss,
awesome.
and also Ahsoka
apparently.
question
Yeah.
mark. I kind of hate that we keep using it more and more.
Everybody's
like,
got it now.
Quinlan Voss had it, and it was like the only thing Quinlan had, and then Cal had it for the game dynamic for Fallen Order, and then like Ahsoka used it in the Ahsoka show, I think, possibly because like she's like
it was in
examining
the first
saber
episode
marks.
or two. I mean. Yeah.
Yeah, she uses it, but like I don't think it was meant to be. I don't know. And then
They left that one ambiguous, kind of.
yeah, and then they do it with Maruk too. Like he examines the saber marks, and you get like voice lines of the episode. But I don't think people said it was psychometry. I think it was just meant to be like
I think it works
showing
either
us what
way.
Mark is thinking, like he's catching on. Because
Yeah.
I think it would be cooler if he caught on without needing that power. I think it's just cooler that he just investigated it using like intuition.
Right. That the whole sequence as well. I loved not only the coloring and lighting of it, but I loved how much this is for me what I needed for Marak. In Ahsoka, for whatever reason, maybe because of the directing, I never felt that when we saw him, there was this aura of like, oh, who is this guy? I was like, okay, who is this? Like, what is this guy?
standing there,
Right.
menacingly.
I never got that sense of like, I want to know more about you in Ahsoka from like I'm invested, but in okay, seriously, who are you way with that show?
In the first scene we see of him, he's out of focus.
Right, but here, like they really, some people on Instagram have been saying like this was a Batman moment, like this was him basically investigating the crime scene.
That was
And
cool, yeah.
I agree. I love as well something about Marak's body language in the show is really interesting. I love the two shots where he steps up to that one item, just gestures with his hand ever so slightly to push it aside with the force, and then you cut to him just kind of like head tilted, and he looks up almost as if he almost looks kind of like a zombie sometimes, or as if he just woke up from reanimation or something. It's really I don't know how to. It's just something about the animation.
That could be a hint to something in the future too, because we know.
I think what it was showing was that because he sees the probe that was destroyed, and it was like, oh, a probe. It fell from the sky, and
He's
looks
following
up and
it?
goes,
Yeah.
scaffolding.
Yeah.
He was like basically going like,
He was like
okay,
tracing
so the probe
it.
fell on the ground. Where did it fall from? And he looks up and he goes, it was from the scaffolding. And he
That's
goes up
what
the
I
scaffolding.
needed more. That's what I needed more of Marak. I think I needed more telling through showing, whereas Ahsoka was just kind of like, here's Marak.
He's literally in the scene.
Yeah, he's just like vibing.
Dude, he's
there
a
in the
shadow.
back. Okay, that's funny as hell. I
He
forgot.
might not
about
even
that.
be there.
In the
Also-
background.
Also, crazy to just throw him in there as like, hey, look, an Inquisitor years after they've been disbanded. It's like, what? Why don't you
What?
elaborate on that?
Yeah,
How is
like,
He
this
what's
literally,
going on
while
with
they're
that?
talking, he just is literally following Balin. Like, what's up, girl? Hi.
He's like, hey,
And then
hi.
just cuts
Yeah,
to
like
another
like him locking his head onto
Literally
her
in
with
the
that
scene,
stare
it's
is kind of
ridiculous.
cool.
That is really
Talking.
funny. He's just like, I'm here too, guys.
Everyone in
Oh,
this
wait, that
scene
shot was
gets
zoomed
lines
in.
except him.
Oh my gosh, I didn't realize you zoomed in. Wow, that is.
Yeah, and then Morgan F's off,
Oh,
and
me.
then Mark
That's
is just
funny.
like, bye. And then Balin and Shin have a conversation, and then Shin leaves, and then Balin's like, yo, what's up, bro?
That's
They
funny.
literally, like, he didn't have anything to, like, why was he in that scene? He was just there, like, it's like when people you know are having a conversation, and you don't want to butt in and be rude, so he's just there, like,
Yeah, oh, dude, he is me at some events I go to where I'm just like, yep, people are talking and I'm just trying to listen. You know what it is? I don't know if anybody's done this, if anybody's done like Ahsoka character.
Oh, I know what you're doing, Joe. I know what you're doing.
he's this guy. And that, like,
That's so
From the
good.
battle tag.
when you're
You know
invited
what?
to a party but you don't know anyone there.
You know what
Yeah,
Marak
some
and
random
Ahsoka,
stormtrooper,
you know
like,
what Marak and Ahsoka reminds me of?
Oh,
He
that's
reminds
so
me of that meme for Spider-Man No Way Home where it's Ned, but like the side profile and he's just standing and people have put like man. Oh my
Wait, I'm gonna
god.
look that up.
Man.
That's
Um,
such a funny reference, the Praetorian Guard battle tag.
Yeah, I knew immediately.
I've
when
never
we
even
started
seen
looking
that, but
up.
that's so good.
Is that
Yeah,
a
there
thing?
it is. And the fan poster.
Oh, I found it.
That's Marak and Ahsoka.
That's Marok, yeah.
No, yeah, but Marok is. I love that he actually does detective work. And
Yes.
at first, I had an issue with why he went to Lawson's apartment, but I realized why he went there was because Lawson lied in his report because
Yeah,
he
he
said
knew
he
it
didn't
was
mention the Jedi. So Marok went directly to his apartment to interrogate him again, being like, You motherfucker, you lied. You didn't say
But
that
then he
you
was
knew
like,
them."
"Oh, Jedi, hello."
He
You're
went
here.
to he
he went
sees
to
that
the-
there's two perpendicular lightsaber marks, meaning there were two lightsabers. So he was like,
Yeah.
okay, there's more than one. So there's Maul and
Yeah.
someone else. So he went there being like, you lied, motherfucker. What did you?
Yeah,
what'd you do?"
he went to the scene of the crime, saw that there was so there was more than one Force user. Tightens his fist. That bitch.
I love him being like, calling Lieutenant Blake and being like, okay, can you get Lawson back on the line? Like, he lied. And Blake's like, yeah, we just let him go. And he's like, you what? You let him go? Like, bro.
You don't even. He
Yeah,
doesn't even say anything. He just breathes out creepily, like, "Ugh," and then just kicks the probe or something.
Yeah,
I
I think can I just say like I find the Empire's like interrogation methods in this show like really questionable, and like I don't understand, especially later, what's going on, because I like the way they set it up with Lawson going into the interrogation room. You see there's like lightsaber slash marks on the table.
no,
And
those aren't lightsaber slash marks. Those are those are fingernail marks. Like,
Oh, is that what this is supposed to be?
whatever they did to Kleiss, she was like gripping the chair and like her fingernails were like they were cutting. She was whatever, like she was gripping. She was in so much pain. She was straining
Okay.
and
Yeah.
it was like like it was like whatever.
That's
I
some
guess
horror
Mark was
movie.
just yeah.
Yeah.
Mark was
Okay.
just like, I guess, like entering her mind, and then she just freaked out, and then just, I guess, became like comatose, or I don't know. Like, it was
I thought it was she would like they were trying to drag her away to kill her, and she was clutching.
Yeah, that's what I took
Okay.
it as too. Yeah.
could have been that too.
But like
I will
anyway,
say
yeah, sorry.
one
Joe.
criticism I have with Marok is that he doesn't have the Imperial logos on his shoulder pad. He has them in Ahsoka. They're there, but they're
Oh.
very faint.
To be fair, not only does this look like different armor, but like you just said, it's very faint. I would probably miss that too.
Well,
so.
here's the thing. I'm not blaming the animators, but in Ahsoka, it's faded because he's old. It would be
Sure.
way more prominent in Maul. Like, you would
Right.
not
Fair.
miss them.
That's
I'm a
Can
little
I
annoyed-
ask-
a nice splash of white to the design. As
Yeah,
well.
like they're gray. Like you would see them as like white in the show. It's not a big deal to me, but I was like, I remember being like, are the logos there? And I was like, no, they're not. It's not a big deal. But
Did the Crow have his Imperial emblem like on the sleeve of his like cloak or like his cape?
Crow had his. The Crow had
Okay.
his logos.
Because I
Um,
always thought that design
Right.
was sick.
I loved that it was just giant.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
There's not
this is
enough
great.
like
I love that it said Star Wars bird thing with a picture of a bird.
Star Wars
it's
the
just Morai.
11th.
It's just gonna be Morai.
The bird.
Right.
Bird.
I'm looking for because he has them in Tales of the Jedi. The Black Series figure has it, so I'm gonna assume they based it off that.
Jeez, they have no Maul images here.
Oh yeah, there it is. It's on. There was a split screenshot of Tales of the Jedi and Empire.
Oh,
It's on.
yep, right
yeah.
there. Yeah.
Oh, dude,
Nice.
it's awesome.
So yeah, so
The
Mara
eyes are
goes.
crazy.
One thing I like is that when Devin meets Riley, the guy who plays Riley, I forgot the actor's name. Wonderful. He mentioned that was the first scene he read with Gideon Adlon that got both of them the part. That was their first
nice.
scene together, and
It
he said
is
that was
Charlie Bushnell.
Charlie Bushnell.
He's in
He
Percy
seems like a
Jackson.
really cool guy. He's in Percy Jackson, I think. Haven't
Yeah.
watched that
Oh.
show, but
Oh yeah.
seems great.
I haven't seen it yet either, but nice.
I'm not a Percy Jackson person, but I
I
nothing
am. I
against it.
still need to check out the show. I've heard mixed things even from fans, but
I only
I'm-
saw the first season. I haven't.
Is it good?
I didn't love it. I thought it was fine. It was
Okay.
like I used to be a Percy Jackson fan, and I think I've just like I feel old now, and I'm like I just don't really care as much anymore.
I have a
Right.
friend who also likes Percy Jackson. He thought it was mid, so
Okay.
I'll see
Yeah.
what happens.
Yeah, I heard mixed things. It looks fun though.
It does. It
Yeah.
looks cute. I have a friend who really is really into it and loves it. But yeah, so that was the first scene apparently that he not recorded, but he read that with Gideon, and that was, he said it gave them very like, I've never had a girl in my room before. And I thought that, and I got that because it was very awkward, and that was like that was the first time I was like, oh, I really love Devin. Like she was, because it was, she was kind of like, oh, I don't really have I forgot what the line was, but she said something like, my life was kind of different than yours, and it was just a good way of just showing that the Jedi did not have normal lives even before the purge. And I like that Riley, while she's talking, is like cleaning his room because he's like, oh my god, there's a girl in my room, like I need to have this be like,
It was like
super
that
neat.
scene with Miles and Gwen when he's
Yes!
kinda, like,
Yeah,
that's a great
yeah.
comparison.
Yeah.
Point, yeah.
I liked that aspect of it.
My other room is very adult and mature.
Yeah. I like the idea of Riley having to clean his room only for it to burn down like 5 minutes later.
Dude, I didn't even think about this until after, like, Devin and Iko,
Yeah.
Iko Diodaki.
they like kind of screwed over the Lawsons.
They did. They did.
They just pulled
It
up
was-
to their house and they're like, "Hey, we're like."
Yeah,
How
that's
did
true.
they know where they lived?
That's another question.
Yeah,
Because,
that's
like,
one thing about
Mark,
the
it
show
makes
is
sense because he probably
kinda
just went
show
to the
up.
police station and asked for like his address. Like that makes sense. But
Yeah.
how
Is
did
it,
the
too, is it too much of a Deus Ex Machina to argue that he sensed him through the Force? Maybe, or is
Docky-
that a stretch?
That's a fine. I feel like that's a fine.
maybe they waited outside the police station for him and followed him home? Possibly, but I also think like Docky probably wouldn't risk that since the Empire is like
Yeah.
they're so
I don't-
is
yeah.
so prominent there right now. It's definitely like like a plot hole with like an outward plot hole with the show, but it's not like a big deal. They probably just doxed him. It's fine.
And to be fair, at least with I'd actually argue that they didn't entirely screw the Lawsons because I don't think Marok fully knew the Jedi were going to be there. Maybe he.
Oh no, he didn't. That was just like a pure coincidence.
But like you said, he's knew. Like if this our interpretation of Marok's investigation is correct, he knew Lawson lied when he realized that there were no lightsabers. So he probably went to his house to interrogate him. And
Yeah, that's true.
further answers.
Yeah, that's why he went there to interrogate him.
Or
further.
maybe kill him.
It's kind of funny that he didn't like knock. Yeah, he was just like, I'm gonna fucking stab your door.
Right.
This is your price for lying. You lose door privileges, my friend.
Maybe he sensed, maybe he was going to knock normally, but then he sensed the Jedi in there and he was like, oh, this day gets even better. And then just went for it.
But he seemed surprised when he saw them, right? Because he's like,
Yeah, he goes,
Jedi.
Jedi.
Yeah, he's like, oh.
Jedi.
Should I go visit the Lawsons? He lives 5 minutes away from my shoot. Wait, do you guys know what I'm referencing?
No, I don't think so.
Remember
I
when
saw the name.
Sniper Wolf docs Jacksons? Should I go visit
Oh
the
my God,
Lawsons?
I
They
forgot
live 5
about
minutes
this.
away from my shoot.
Oh God, when Sniper Wolf doxed him, jeez.
Oh, I love.
What is that?
Yeah.
What is that edit? He looks like the leader from Marvel. Like what?
This was for Spooktober.
This
When,
unironically looks better than the original leader head makeup for Captain America: Brave New World. Holy shit!
Low-key,
I
it
still
does,
didn't
yeah.
watch that. I still haven't seen the movie.
You haven't seen that?
No, I
I
haven't
like
watched
it.
it.
I'm one of the few people that really likes that movie.
Me
but
too. Yeah,
It's solid. It's like a 5 out of 10, like a solid 5 out of 10.
5 out of 10.
I-
Nah,
to
you
be
gotta
nicer,
not.
I think it's a 7,
me.
but it's got problems.
Yeah, I'd go with 6, but I still like it.
I
I
still
think it
haven't
was
seen
solid, and I love Hulk, so I like that they paid off.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's
That too, yeah.
It's insane they had to ruin Red Hulk in the marketing though, but I also get it.
Yeah,
The director of the movie basically came out in an interview and said like, look, there's no way we were keeping this secret. We announced Harrison Ford was going to be playing Thunderbolt Ross. We're in a Marvel movie. At some point, a toy or something would have ruined it. Which
That's
is
valid,
true. Fucking dude, Sam's Captain America suit before the Falcon and the Winter Soldier finale leaked through a like Marvel Titan figure. So
Yeah.
Oh yeah, one of those giant things.
yeah, and dude, like
Yeah.
Sentry's suit was leaked through a Funko Pop. There were pictures of the Endgame
Yep.
time travel suits and toys before
I
the
remember that.
trailers. Like
That was I like the idea of him being like, dude, we just shouldn't even try. There's no point.
Yeah.
It's valid, honestly, because like you got to understand, like as the director at this point, like of a movie, you have to understand how insane the leak culture is,
Yeah.
and like
Yeah.
how everything's gonna get put on shelves early. Like you just,
I fucking
it
hate
sucks,
leakers.
but it's just the reality.
Dude, have you guys heard about what happened with the Aang Avatar movie? How the entire
That was
thing
so
got leaked
I'm so pissed off about that.
6 months
That whole
in
movie,
advance,
yeah.
which
So
is
it's
I feel
honestly embarrassing that happened for not for
somebody-
them, but for like the person that did it.
yeah, as somebody who genuinely believes that pirating is actually a good thing nowadays for preserving some animated media, I am firmly against the like people pirating this movie until its intended release date. Like if you're going to pirate something, wait till it comes out.
It's just
fucking
disingenuous for like you like all these people are like, oh, but it's Avatar and I just want to watch it. It's like if you actually cared about the property, like that movie that has a whole like that's the first project in the whole like new Avatar Studios thing. We might not
Yeah.
even get any more stuff after this because of this.
Yeah, and that sucks. I haven't even finished Avatar: The Last Airbender, but that sucks.
Dude,
Like I
need you to finish that one.
Yeah, I've gotten
So-
spoiled on a ton of things from it, but that's okay. I'm sure
It doesn't even matter. It's just it's narratively like peak.
Oh yeah, I don't know why I haven't finished it. Every single time I watch season 1 or like get halfway through it, I enjoy it, but then I just stop and I don't know why. It's weird. Once I finish Ninjago, I think Avatar can move
Finished
up a little.
Ninjago? Oh my god.
Yeah,
Those-
That's a process.
How
too.
far are you into Ninjago?
I just finished season 8 and rewatched the movie around my
Dude,
birthday.
Ninjago's like the Lego equivalent of trying to watch One Piece.
That's actually you got it kind of a point. Except Ninjago's better paced though, because the anime.
Oh, I mean, dude, Ninjago's peak.
Yeah. Also, One Piece live action. I have not seen the anime or read the
So
manga. I fucking loved One Piece.
I love we're fully on a different conversation, and I don't even care.
Right. I'm sorry, Joe. Please get us back on track.
Yeah, my
with
bad.
Maul
We can
Shadow
go
Lord.
back to Maul. That's my bad.
What did you what? Wait, Benny texted me. He said, "What did I do with Andrew?" What do you mean?
The meme.
What?
The meme,
What?
The meme of the board with like connecting all the dots. Whatever.
Oh yeah,
That's what I was gonna say.
yeah.
I was gonna
There
say
was
too.
the
Oh, is this
meme
a
where I,
Pepe
with
Sylvia
the
bit?
Charlie, yeah. 'Cause
Yeah, the
Andrew went on a
Charlie.
rant about K2SO, and I just put the thing of Charlie from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh, I think I
Charlie-
saw this clip of yours.
Yeah, and it got Ross saw it before Andrew noticed, and Ross just started cracking up. It was this
Yeah, I
one.
saw this. That was really funny.
Dude,
wait,
the Sonic comics did a parody of that with Silver. I don't know why, but I find
It's
that
so
really
niche.
I find that really funny because Silver's my favorite Sonic character, so I respect it.
my favorite Sonic character is Pikachu. I know
Good
nothing
one.
about Sonic. I don't know a single thing about Sonic the Hedgehog.
So,
Fair. I
Joe, I
didn't
have a
for a
question for you.
Yeah.
Should we just abandon the structure of going episode by episode?
We're over
I don't know
halfway there. We're
I
over
don't
halfway
know
there.
if it's
working.
Power through.
I feel
Power
like we're just jumping like.
We are going on tangents. Half my fault for sure.
That's
I'm
also
like,
half
okay.
my fault. I'll take half responsibility for that.
You-
I have a lot of
responsible
things
for
to say, but I feel
67%
like
of it.
I can't say them yet because we're going.
I think we could
chronologically.
we should once we get to like episode 8, 7, 8, 9, 10, like then we can get into all the crazy stuff. So what we have to do 5,
Yeah.
6 still?
So episode 6.
Yeah, 6.
They get into a train fight. Maul shows up.
That
I
was
actually
sick.
really like the train fight. The train fight's really cool.
yeah.
Everything was
It was-
moving so quick, but like yeah, I
It
don't
was
know.
so-
That was a sick fight.
I also
It
have to
was
say
really cool.
that fucking shot of Merrick whipping his hand around and using the force, and it almost felt like a sharp zoom in. That's my favorite, like I think, depiction of a force attack ever. Now, like it was just so fast. That was the first moment where an Inquisitor in the show actually scared me, like not intimidated me, just like, oh, that was fucking scary. Good job, show.
That was
There was
cool,
a
yeah.
moment in episode 9 that I can't wait to talk about.
Oh my gosh, I
What?
think I know what you're talking about. I'm so yeah.
I'm gonna wait. We gotta finish 6, but that
Um,
was I can't.
So yeah, so Marok goes back and he talks about how he failed miserably and he needs help. And then the youths are left with Maul, which I was a little disappointed by because they don't stick with this. I thought what the end of episode 6 was implying was that the future generation of Riley and Devin are now stuck with Maul, and this is like the worst case scenario of he's gonna essentially groom them into being bad people. But then the next episode they just immediately leave. No, Andrew, no,
Andrew.
no, that's my job to simp for him. No, you are not putting me out of a job. No.
I love that his profile picture is Luz as well, because I could see her saying, honestly, one of the Inquisitors though, like, is smoking. Like
That is something that she would say. She would
Literally just a knight in armor. Like you can't even. You don't
wait,
even know he was
it's
awesome.
even better. I said smoking because it's Marok, and he's just made
And he
of
turns
weed
He
gas.
turns into smoke.
Fun fact: Marok's debut episode was on 420.
There you
That's
go.
not even literally it was on 420.
Wait, actually, oh my god.
Yeah, it was on 420.
That's what he. I mean, he dissipates
What
into.
the hell?
It was on April 20th was when Inquisition came out.
I loved that bit in, I think it was like Discord in the Discord chat where I think it was Star Wars Hour just said like hitting that good smoke and it's Merrick like bursting open.
Yeah.
Wait, I just this gave me a reminder of something. Do you remember when they did the 420 bit for Star Wars and it was like a grown-up Grogu and he was like a stoner? I don't know. It was like a skit I saw on YouTube like so long ago. I don't remember what it was.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
It's so
I'm not looking
funny.
that up. I refuse to look that up. I'm scared.
Oh my god! Wait, it was. I don't know. You can keep talking, but it was. It was so
Bro,
funny.
I just noticed Andrew said, "What's up, Maulers?" in the chat. Shut up.
Oh no.
Andrew, I'm this close to kicking you, dude.
No,
You're on
Andrew,
thin ice,
we love
boy.
Andrew. Don't kick him out.
No, it's okay. I love him.
I'm
too.
gonna run and get dinner, you guys, but I'll come back.
Bye.
I'll
Enjoy
be
your
back
food.
shortly.
Yes,
Yeah.
enjoy your
So-
food.
Basically, my issue is that Devin just leaves immediately, and I think it would have been cooler if she stuck around because it doesn't really change the plot if she just stayed during episode 7 and 8. I think that would have been cool, and I don't know, like it felt weird to have like this promise of Devin stays with Maul and then she just immediately leaves. It felt very repetitive because she's already left Maul like 2 times.
I think
And
Yeah, there
part
was
of
a lot of repetition. I like structurally, there was a lot of like,
I
oh,
do think
Devin and Maul, no, not anymore.
I do think part of that is on the trailers as well, because they were clearly leaning into not only like the EU fans' expectations of a kind of Darth Talon type thing, but also like promise, like you see all the shots of like Maul vowing to make Devin his apprentice, and that only happens toward like the very end. So I do think that the trailers might have added to that. I don't mind it, but I do get that. Yeah, it is a little repetitive.
It didn't even
Yeah.
bother me that much, but it was just like I noticed that. But again, I think that's just a runtime thing. Like,
yeah. And
stuff's
yeah,
happening.
so Riley gets kidnapped, and this is another issue I have where it just felt like a freaking side quest where just we gotta go save Riley,
And
and
there's-
it doesn't add much aside from Two Boots joining the group.
Dude, it's like
which
the
he-
Inside Out clip, where
What
they're like,
Inside
we
Out
gotta
clip?
save Riley or whatever.
Ah, that's great.
Someone's
I
gotta
just
put that together.
But that was that kind of annoyed me that like all of the side stuff in episode 7
I
and
don't
8
know.
with Devin's group, it just
I think
felt
that-
like a waste of time.
I think the Two Boots stuff more than made up for that. I didn't mind that.
I did like everything with Two Boots. Two Boots was great, but
I
yeah,
will say, speaking of actually Riley getting captured, I at first thought there was going to be some reveal where he made a deal with the 11th brother, and that like Riley was going to be like somehow leading the Inquisitors to them, because he gets interrogated, and then we see he's shaken up by it, but I don't know, it doesn't feel like we followed up on that. I don't know, it feels like there was meant to be a follow-up there, but they didn't fully pay it off. It's not a flaw, it's just something I noticed where I was like, I feel like they were setting something up there, or accidentally made it look like they were without trying.
I like to think that he just it was the crow, right, that interrogated him.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like to my headcanon's that he literally was just dead silent the whole time.
Well, no, because he said he asked him about the Jedi, so we know he did talk.
I do
but
love the idea though of him just being like,
just sits in the chair and just looks at him the whole time.
Yeah, just stares at him with that mask. Like that is a way to put it.
My mom hates the crow so much, like he freaked her out a little bit.
dude, I love that your mom watches with you. That's so awesome.
She's wholesome. She's
And
wonderful.
her Zillow Beast Praetorian Guard armor. That's a
Oh
good
yeah,
thing.
she thought that the Zillow Beast
That's
was
a great. I
that
love that idea.
she thought that the Praetorian Guard armor was made of Zillow Beast scales because she was like, oh, we were watching Bad Batch and she's like, oh, is that what Praetorian Guard armor is made of? Because her
Great video,
logic
by the way.
is, huh?
Great video, by the way. I loved
Aw,
that one.
Thank
That was
you.
sick.
By the way,
logic.
speaking of your videos, Joe, dude, you might just have to do an Ahsoka rewatch with me because I want to like the show now, seeing you constantly call it amazing. I want
You
to
don't like
the show,
Ahsoka?
but I thought it was, I think it's mid. There's parts of it I like and there's parts of it I don't like. I'm going to be honest.
Damn. That's a
I know.
whole other conversation.
It's blame my period of being like a fan of content creators like Mahler for making me harsher on Star Wars. Like I've grown out of it, but it's
Who is this?
Please
good.
don't look him up. Don't give him any attention, and you win. Just don't
Okay,
look him
yeah.
up, Luke.
In
But
my defense, Social Duck said it first in the comments, so you can't.
wait, when did he say that? Oh, so this is something Andrew brought up in the chat that I will bring up now. This is something I found very disappointing. So the 11th brother does show up. Mark calls him for help, and it's very obvious that they're trying to write around the fact that he cannot talk anymore because he talks in Tales of the Jedi.
Right.
However, in this, they don't give him a voice for some reason.
Yeah.
And Clancy Brown voiced him in the in Tales of the Jedi, but here, I guess they couldn't get him back.
They
I
kind of
Was he
switched
busy with
roles.
Invincible? I don't know.
Yeah, they
Like,
did
with-
kind of switch. It felt like
with-
Maroc was the
Yeah.
talkative one.
And
I
then,
guess
like,
my-
yeah, I don't know. That was weird.
I guess my charitable interpretation of this is that they wanted to match the crow's scary design with a lack of a vocal performance to add to his fear factor. And I could see how that could work, but I am also like, yeah, Clancy Brown had a good voice for the character in Tales. I'd argue a big problem with the crow there was that we didn't get enough of him or his
Yeah.
dialogue. So
It's just weird because, like, he doesn't. It's clear that they wanted him to talk, but they just couldn't get it. And I'm over here like, well, why not just get a sound alike? Because
true.
You made a good edit of it. I mean,
oh yeah, I literally in 5 seconds was like, let me just pitch shift my voice and just put a filter over it. And I didn't sound good, but it's like I did that in 5 seconds.
yeah.
Right.
I
and,
just-
and I know that, like, I want to be, and look, if they couldn't get Clancy because of scheduling conflicts, that's fine. Clancy Brown's a busy actor. He gets a lot of animated roles, but
Busy's
Yeah.
an understatement, by the way. That guy's in everything.
yeah.
I just watched John Wick 4. He's in that. Punisher. He's in literally everything. It's awesome.
He's great.
Right. But it feels weird that they couldn't have had him get a single line. Also, I just have to
That's
say,
true.
it's actually pissing me off now that we don't know what the crow is. Like, at least with Maroc, it's like, okay, we can infer he's Night Sister magic animating armor or something, even if it's weird that he has a, like, sentience and a soul. With the crow, I'm like, what even is he? Is he I've heard some people say he's a smoke monster or something.
What even is he?
I think the crow is just, I mean, I like the idea of he essentially looks like this under the mask, but just a little more like alien like in the crow is just like it's like a bone mask of what his skeleton actually looks like.
That's
And
a cool idea. I like that.
Oh,
yeah,
that-
I remember
yeah.
Andrew who's in the chat right now, he suggested that, and I think that's cool. I suggested, like, what if this is actually his face?
Oh, that's a good
That
way
would
of
be
looking
sick
at
too.
it.
But
Oh.
aren't his eyes like kind of sunk? You can tell they're kind of
Yeah,
like
they are
lower.
sunken in.
Yeah.
I do, because I think this comes back to like the Tusken Raider Jawa thing, where
Yeah.
I kind of like the
Mm.
idea of us not knowing. Like it's cool. Like
True.
I
I
like
kind of like it from a cosmic horror approach, if that makes sense, where you don't
Yeah.
fully know. But I think it's frustrating just because he's so fucking cool, and I want to know more about him. But they kill him in his first appearance, and they do the whole like demisting thing, and I'm just like, I don't know. I feel like there's some. I would at least like a motivation beyond just, oh, he's an inquisitor. You could do a little more than that. Like, even if you're gonna make him this ghoul, like, I don't know, lean into the mystery. Have other characters be off put by him or something.
he just goes up to Maul and he's like, "I'm so lonely. All the other Inquisitors are scared of me.
I don't even get a name.
Oh God,
I'm just the
thought of-
crow."
Oh God, I'm 2 for 2 for dumb memes tonight. I just thought, have either of you seen the fucking clip of you better hang up that computer call and come over here and kiss me on my hot mouth. I'm feeling romantical. Have you seen that bit?
Wait, Andrew, I carry the ID for Joe's channel. Fuck you.
What?
You don't do shit. Andrew. Yeah. It's like the Jax Films thing where like his fans just do all the work for him with Yai.
Right. I once saw a guy, he was eating a pizza on a stream once because basically his fans gaslit him into thinking he would do a stream of just eating an entire pineapple pizza. And I love at one point during the stream, his mod says something similar, so he just has to stop and is like, Sam, shut up. Like, what are you talking about?
I'm going to Philly with Andrew end of May, and this is like a really good opportunity for me to just beat the shit out of him. Andrew, for legal purposes, I love you. But
I hope you can come to Denver sometime for a con or something, because it'd be so cool to have you out here.
We'll see, maybe one day. But
yeah,
oh my god, so the frickin' crow doesn't talk, and people were saying they got Clancy Brown back, and someone in the chat even said it. However, that is not true. Clancy Brown did not come back from Maul Shadow Lord. He's credited. However, the credit is for the Clone Wars footage where he says that new brother.
The Savage.
Yeah,
they did not bring him back for any new footage, and young Savage is actually just played by Sam Witwer. It's in the credits. It says young Savage is played by Sam Witwer. Yeah. So they did not get Clancy Brown back. So that's not true.
So who was he in the archive footage then? If he wasn't Savage, or you're saying he was the older?
He was older Savage, but it was that was just reused Clone Wars dialogue.
Right.
They didn't get him back for anything new.
By the way, I heard that. Oh, we're not there. Wait, what episode was that actually?
We're on episode 7.
No, that the mist thing and Maul sees all those visions.
Oh, episode 8.
Okay, I'll wait.
We're almost there. We're almost there.
I'll reserve mine.
So yeah, so everyone goes to the bridge, and before that, actually, there is a conversation with Rook and Maul about the Mandalorians and their loyalty. And I like the idea that the Mandos have essentially just become super selfish and just want credits. And I think that's a cool concept, that these Mandalorians have been stripped of their identities, that all they care about is money. Because, like, if you look, they are just plain black Mandos. They have a little bit of red in there if you look closely, but all of their, like, different decals have been just stripped. Similar to the Bad Batch, at the end of Bad Batch, where they get rid of their decals. And that is just such, like, a cool way of showing how the people that like side with Maul like lose their identity and they lose themselves. And these Mandos, like Mandalorians, are known to have honor, but these ones only care about credits. I thought that was cool, and I think that those Mandos were developed very well. But Rook herself,
it's in hindsight, it's actually kind of a cool way of showcasing how Mandalorian culture is fracturing into what we see in the Mandalorian with all the different.
That's cool. Yeah, that is interesting.
Because you have Saxon, who supposedly stayed with the Mandalorians on Mandalore because he's not here to stick with Maul. He's probably just chilling out there. And we know because of Rebels he becomes prime minister. So he probably stays with the Empire.
Great
and
show, by the
kinda
way.
just huh?
Top 2 Star Wars show, by the way.
I'm not going to comment on that. And then we're going to be here all day if we talk about Rebels. We know that Saxon becomes prime minister under the guise of the Imperials. So I could see him like being like, the rules have changed. We can't just follow anyone with the Darksaber. And Rook has more of Bo-Katan's ideology where anyone with the Darksaber is ruler. It's set in stone. So she has to follow Maul wherever he goes. I think that's cool. And it starts to show the fracturing of Mandalorian culture.
Yeah, because
And
then there's the whole armor,
The armor.
like religious aspect where they kept that culture or whatever.
where the Darksaber has no significance under the Watch and
Mhm.
the original Mandalorian creed.
Yeah,
It's
you're right.
just-
This did a lot, even though they were like such minor characters. Like we were saying,
Yeah.
like it
Yeah.
adds a lot of layers to the Mandalorians, which is sick.
Even before Rook died, I did call that Rook wasn't the armorer because her
I like that
ideology
theory,
is so
though.
different. Her ideology is so different from the armorer
true.
because the armorer didn't believe the Darksaber had significance at all. Like she didn't really because obviously if she did find significance in the Darksaber, she wouldn't have cared about Din taking off his helmet and he would have just been leader of Mandalore. She didn't really see significance in that. However, Rook Cast is so blinded by her love for the Darksaber and its significance that she will follow Maul even after he betrayed them. So I knew that Rook and the armorer were not the same character. But yeah. They get ambushed on the bridge. Andrew said the TKs felt like they were nobody fighting the TKs felt like they were in danger despite minimal cover. Yeah, there isn't much aside from Maul's fight in the cave, there isn't really that much stakes on the bridge fight. Because
To
the
be
Mandos
fair,
just
that's not that new though for Stormtrooper. Like I know
Yeah.
they're an earlier mod. Like Stormtroopers have like since A New Hope, they don't know how to shoot. They're kind of dumb and like just blindly
Except when they
following.
do, which this show
Which is
thankfully
rare, but it does happen. You're right.
I do think that just because it happened before doesn't mean it needs to happen again and again, because I think that
That's fair.
stormtroopers can be intimidating,
That's
but
valid. Yeah.
yeah, we just haven't seen a lot of it aside from Andor, where they're incredibly menacing and very just relentless. And we do get some good TK content in episode 9, which we will talk about, but
I love those helmet designs too. I think those
the
are
TKs
underrated.
are cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the middle, it was like the bridge, right, from the Phase 2 to Stormtrooper.
Yes. Yeah.
It's such
Yeah,
a good concept. I think Bad Batch, right? They had a lot of that.
Yeah, they were in Bad Batch. They were great
Another
in
great
that.
show.
But yeah, so Maul duels Crow and Marok, and he loses very much. And
Yeah.
it's a great I love that for his character, that he just loses just the fight miserably. He's very much outmatched. Scorn tries to save him but dies. And yeah, Maul ends up having
Carrying
to
himself
retreat.
alive.
Yeah, the Inquisitors do get out, but they kind of leave with their tails between their legs. And what is he talking about? I don't. What does this mean? He's Sisyphus. What the frick?
Isn't that like the Greek? Isn't that like one of the gods or whatever?
Oh, I think he's talking about the bounty hunter you mentioned
Oh, it's
earlier, Seraphim.
Sisyphus is the guy who pushes the boulder.
Oh, okay.
What is that in reference to? Maul?
Yeah. I don't know, man.
I think that is the
scary.
joke, force lifting rocks, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Also,
okay,
I love how Andrew said in all caps, "Don't play with me, Joe. You wouldn't have that blue sky Merrick analysis if it wasn't for me." In response to your ideas, comments.
Yeah, okay. So Maul's trapped in the cave and he sees a reflection of himself as a little wee baby, and his first response is "I hate you," which is very funny. It reminded me a lot of Bellows in Owl House when he sees the Caleb reflections and he's like, "Shut
That's
up."
a good way of thinking about it, actually.
It reminded me a lot of that.
I'm now thinking of my brother calling baby Ahsoka ugly again. Just that was how he was every time that would appear on screen.
Could I say one thing before we continue with the Maul Visions thing?
Yes.
Something I really enjoyed as we got to this point was it started off and Maul was like classic Maul, where it's like just what is it, deadpan, like looking menacing as hell. There was no like fracture to his mental state, and as it like got each arc of episodes, like you could feel him like regaining like an emotional, or like that more like crazy side of him from the Spider Maul and the Rebels Maul, like kind of regaining that like crazy aspect. And I really enjoyed getting to see, because like you were saying, people are gonna be like, oh, Maul should only be cool, and it's like these are the same people that don't like Andor, because it's like, and it's like you need characters to have depth like that. For the, like, Maul can be aura farming as much as we want him to, but he needs cool shit.
Yeah.
Right. I thought that was
like
I
cool.
thought that was the reason we liked Maul in Clone Wars, because
Exactly.
he made him a character instead of just a cool but ultimately like action focused warrior in Phantom Menace. Like it's and honestly, I agree as well with with that thing of we mentioned earlier of the people getting mad that like Maul is not strong enough in the show. I guarantee you those are the same kind of motherfuckers that power scale like women that are smaller than men in some of these movie fight scenes. Like dude, I'm not gonna turn this into a Marvel rant, but I once saw a comment on the Wakanda Forever fight between Shuri and Namor, and someone be like, oh yeah, this centuries-old dude gets beaten by like a 90-pound girl with less experience.
Such a dumb take. That's so awful.
If that's your opinion on that fight scene, you did not watch the Black Panther movies, and you did not pay any fucking attention to that fight scene and Shuri's strategy.
Shuri has super strength, bro.
He has super strength that, as shown by the first Black Panther movie, is
So
to pull. Hello,
how are we?
He's back.
He's back.
I'm ranting about people complaining that Shuri is too weak in Black Panther Wakanda Forever. That's
okay. We're on track as always.
Yeah.
So how much progress have we made in the Darth Maul discussion?
We are on episode 8 right now.
Okay, so we got a little bit farther. We're getting our way along.
Yeah. Anyway, well, speaking of, let's just get back to 8, because I actually am going to try to get some people to watch the first 2 episodes of Shadow Lord tonight. But one of them's probably going to need to go to bed soon, so I should probably be out of here by 7.
Okay, no problem. So then, Maul is in the cave. He is being haunted by visions of Sidious, and they actually did get Ian McDermott back to play Sidious.
Oh, nice.
So we didn't get Clancy Brown, but we did get Ian McDermott.
That's interesting, because I had heard Sam Witwer voices Palpatine sometimes. So I heard somebody make the joke of, oh, this is Sam Witwer talking to himself.
Oh, yeah, I thought it was him. Yeah, I didn't.
Wait. Let me look it up. I could be wrong. Maybe.
Do you know? Oh, sorry.
I'm pretty sure it is Ian McDermott, because he came back for Bad Batch twice, and for Tales of
Rebels.
the Jedi.
Rebels season 4.
Did y'all hear the detail about how they shot the vision scene?
Yes. Wait.
Yes.
Luke, while I'm doing that, can you?
Yeah. So I just re-looked it up to make sure I got the details right.
It's not him.
Wait, it isn't.
No, it's Sam Witwer.
Oh, okay. So I was right.
Yeah, you were right.
Okay.
Right.
I heard the Sam Witwer talking to himself bit from Blind Waves reaction. So
yeah, in the cast it says Sam.
Oh, it is okay.
Maul, Darth Sidious, and Young Savage.
That's funny.
So
he is
Luke,
just talking
that
to himself.
It literally is him talking to himself 3 different ways.
Yeah,
That's
Luke,
great.
that animation detail. I know exactly what you're going to talk about.
I saw a clip about it earlier. I just re-looked it up to make sure I have the details right. But they projected the footage onto a smoke machine to create like the surreal aspect of it, and I was like, dude, that's so sick. And they put like crazy lighting, and like I was like, this show again. As much as I thought some of the screen time usage was a little weird in this show and some other things, I still loved this fucking show. And the details like that make me love Star Wars, because even if there's like the annoying Disney aspect where they're an annoying corporation, obviously they're trying to do stupid shit. There's still like creative choices like that always shine through, even in like the weakest projects, where I'm like, that's fucking awesome. Like, I just
Yeah,
love
and
that shit.
I especially love this as well because as somebody now, I will say I have not finished Bad Batch, by the way. So in terms of yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I've been spoiled on some stuff.
Season 3 is incredible.
I tried to keep up with it and fell off. That's my fault. But anyway, I bring this up because for frame of reference, the only Star Wars cartoons I've seen all the recent Star Wars cartoons except all of the, like most of Bad Batch and weirdly enough Visions, which is odd because I fucking love shows that are similar to it on Disney Plus, like the criminally underrated Kizazimoto, but I've not seen Visions, which is weird for me because I love animation styles. But anyway,
dude, peak is
how much Visions have you seen?
Oh, none. Like I haven't seen.
Oh, you didn't even see the first season.
You gotta watch Grogu and the Dust Bunnies. That's peak.
Oh, I have not seen that either, weirdly enough. Anyway, but so I've seen the Tales cartoons, all of those, and they've been very hit or miss for me, mostly positive, but like Tales of the Jedi, good, could have been better. Tales of the Empire, I really liked. I thought that was a nice step up, even if not perfect. Tales of the Underworld, I vented about this to Joe and others. I felt like it was, and I mean this with no disrespect to the people who like the talented people who worked on it. It kind of felt to me like the Clone Wars team on autopilot. It felt very safe and boring to me. The Cad Bane stuff was okay. And after like hearing Joe yap about it in one of his videos and one of my videos, I appreciated it a little more. But the Ventress one, the more I think about it, the more I actively dislike it. I found a new reason to dislike it last night. I was like, wait a minute. This show opens with Quinlan Voss, a character we've never seen interact with Ventress in the cartoon.
Yeah, that's true.
The cartoon delivering her body to Mother Talzin and her saying that she loves him. I'm like, why wasn't that the show? Why couldn't
that's totally valid? And while I hear that, it's still cool Asajj Ventress stuff, and she has like yellow lightsabers and shit.
I guess I don't know. Like, here's the thing, Luke. I'm not trying to step on your opinion. I'm just
saying I'm a pretty simple guy when it comes to Star Wars.
That's fair. I have no problem with Ventress using a yellow lightsaber. That's fucking cool. I just wish they did more interesting stuff with her.
That's totally true.
Yeah, I agree.
And again, there's a reason I intentionally try to get Diet Ezra's name wrong now. Laika, Luca, whatever his name is.
Oh, that kid? Yeah.
Yeah, I almost try to get his name wrong out of spite because when I realized they were doing that plotline, I was like, another lone wolf and cubs story? What is
they
this?
Do that a lot.
What is this?
Yeah, it was like, I remember when Ventress came back, I was like, I'm willing to like be excited for this if you have a good reason to bring her back. And I was like, that's it.
Yeah,
this is the story you came up with to bring
completely
Ventress
pointless,
back. Like,
waste of time.
Yeah. Also, the bit where like, oh my gosh, the bit in episode 3 where she's like talking about like the one bitter old separatist, like
Eno Cordova guy. Yeah,
you've just been doing this for so long that you feel you have no other option. I'm like, I'm not against her teaching that to somebody, but I'm like, it's just some fucking Republican in a desert. Like, why should I care about this?
No, you're right.
This feels like something for a Reservoir Dogs story or something. Like what
Ventress, no, it was rigged. He did win in 2020.
But I bring this all up to say, as somebody, who was disappointed by Tales of the Underworld, after again liking the other two Tales shows and kind of being like, I felt that was mostly pointless. Seeing a show like this where it really feels like they didn't just lock in, they came in with all the sauce. Like they just used the entire jar. I'm like,
that's a great
the whole plate.
Someone said I call him Timu Omega. That's
my god.
Timu Omega, I like that one. Random internet user.
Yo, Spino Dino, what's up, bro?
Spino Dino.
Sorry. But yeah, can I throw one more thing about Tales real quick?
Yeah.
I think the reason I like it a little more, I didn't love it. I thought it was just fun. But another reason I liked it because I saw the whole Clone Wars cast that I got to meet some of them. They came to a local Comic-Con near me, and I got to hear like Nika Futterman talk about her experience on it because it was like right around the time of it coming out. It was like literally the like the week of, I think. So that was another
Nice.
detail of it. Where it was just like I got to hear some cool stuff, and I was like, oh, it's just another fun little Star Wars thing. I was like, but
Yeah,
I hear
I
your
actually-
take where it's like a little
I-
underwhelming.
Yeah, I actually remember I went to a smaller convention when I was still living in Texas. I got to see a panel with the Rebels cast talking about their time.
sick.
There's a video out there somewhere. There's a video out there somewhere of, I think it's Sabine's actress, or maybe even Ashley Eckstein. I can't remember who exactly was there, but there's a video out there of one of the, I believe, female actors, or I think it was whoever plays Zeb. It's Steve Blum, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Great
it was
voice.
him. I think it was him holding up. I think like they called him at the con to like do the Zeb voice over the microphone, and then somebody like filmed the crowd. There's a video out there somewhere of that convention where I am in the back of the crowd. So
That's awesome.
anybody can. I'm glad I remembered that.
It's like Kevin. It's like you're you're like the death wolf from Puss in Boots in the back, like it's like that's you. It's like circle in the
if
background.
anybody can find that, I remember one cosplayer there that was dressed as Wolverine from Deadpool and Wolverine. So if anybody can find that, that'd be interesting. It was somewhere in like the DFW area of Texas, but that was fun, and I got to meet Ezra's actor. So that was
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's sick.
Nice.
it was.
I love
slightly
Taylor
weird
Lautner.
interaction, but it was fun.
What did you just
so-
say? Wait.
I said
It was a
Taylor
slightly
Lautner.
weird interaction. I was a bit awkward, but it was
Hold
fun.
on. What did you just Taylor Lautner?
That's not his
Yeah.
name.
No, his name's Taylor Gray. That's the joke.
Oh, dude, I was like, the dude
I
from
completely
Twilight
missed
and
that.
Shark Boy and Lava Girl. I was like, that's my goat, dude.
No,
Yeah,
no,
something
no.
didn't
I
sound
was-
right about that. I was like, wait.
I was
No,
making a
anyway,
joke.
Joe, where
yeah,
were we?
If Taylor Lautner was in Star Wars, like of all the cameos.
Dude, he played the shark guy from Clone Wars.
He did. No.
Oh,
So,
Okay, well there we go. Case
So
closed.
Maul, we get
No,
to
I was-
see.
Oh, I believe you at this point. They had Jack Black and Lizzo as
I was just saying because he's Shark Boy. One of the greatest movies. All right,
Oh,
what-
duh,
I'm so
wow.
off track. I'm so sorry.
I'm an animal
Yeah,
guy.
let's let Joe cook. Let's
I was
Joe-
gonna say Maul Shadow Lord.
I'm gonna mute myself for a minute.
So we get to see some flashbacks of Maul's childhood. We get to see him being tortured by Sidious. We get to see him actually choosing to go with Sidious. I do have a little bit of a discrepancy where Savage does not remember having a brother.
that's
Tells
what I was
tells
gonna
him.
say. Yeah, I was like, I found that a little odd that he
However,
that
he
he had
does-
this relationship with Maul prior to.
He may have
Clone
had
Wars.
amnesia after he got the steroids because he doesn't remember Farrell when he chokes him out
Yeah.
and kills him. So he may
Yeah,
have
I didn't
just
know if that was like he got his recent memories erased or like he got like his entire life wiped away, like completely brainwashed, like freaking what's her name from Acolyte type situation, right?
May.
Oh,
I
Yeah.
Osha.
think that's probably what happened. I
Okay.
think that I don't think it's a big deal, but it could just be Maul's interpretation of that scene, not what's literally happening.
By the way,
Um,
Acolyte, another great show.
Then, yeah. So Sidious is torturing Maul. It's really dark.
Are you okay,
We get
Kevin?
to s-
Yeah,
see
my
Maul-
my chair arms like are loose, so they make a really loud snapping sound.
I just heard you like fall.
It collapsed.
It's like you felt like Darth Maul in the.
Oh, that'd be so good if I was talking about. There's this clip of Queso falling forward in his chair that just sends me where he's like, "Yo, that almost killed me," and then he falls and it's just like, "Oh," and fucks up his whole death. That's Maul. That's Maul in fucking Rebels where he like is fighting Ahsoka. He's like, "Yo, that almost killed me," and then Kanan shoves him off.
Throws him off the cliff on Malachor. Yeah.
So finally, we get a scene where Maul is with his with his younger self, and he apologizes
That was
and to himself about and I like that he
was-
doesn't blame himself. I think that's a great moment for the character, and we get to see him finally shedding the motivation of revenge, and he's now doing this for a different
Oh,
reason.
and Joe, can I say I love that scene is the first time we properly hear the Rebels theme, the Maul's
Oh,
theme from Rebels.
Really?
Yeah, that's the first time we hear his
Oh,
Rebels
that's
theme.
fucking cool.
Yeah, because
Oh,
the
that's
rest of the
so
show,
cool.
they have a different theme for Maul that's like the Shadow Lord theme, I guess.
Yeah.
And it's very similar to the Rebels theme, but it's more like
That theme's tough.
dramatic and dark and like tonally. But like that, I think was the first time that they play the Rebels theme for him, which I was like, that's neat. Like I
The
really like
That's
Kiners
a
are
cool detail.
The
Yeah.
Kiners
was-
are so cohesive. Like they like Saw Gerrera's theme is the same from Rebels to Bad.
They always
We-
tie in motifs of stuff. It's so cool.
The Kiners are amazing.
Kiners
Yeah.
are so fucking awesome.
That was also
Um,
one of my favorite lines in the show. I think that was the moment in the show where I realized, because up to that point I was loving it, but a part in the back of my brain was sort of like, okay, this is great and I'm loving this, but I've seen most of this in the trailers. I'm kind of waiting for something to truly
Yeah.
surprise me, and that was the moment that really like struck a chord with me. And the line of I won't let him do this to anyone else.
Yeah.
Like that really that's how you recontextualize a character's motivation and make it feel natural, I think. Or
Totally.
yeah.
it was
I love how
it was-
every time he said Sidious too, he'd be like Sidious. He'd be like pissed off.
yeah.
He'd
Yeah,
get
he's
like
always
extra
like, yeah.
angry.
That
You
is
could
my
see, like,
one-
the anger in his face.
And I also, two other things about that scene. One, I love the bit where he hears Kenobi screaming, and you can't tell
Yeah.
if he's like confused or terrified when he says Kenobi. Like,
And then it shows
Yeah.
Kenobi cutting.
that
him.
was another one of my favorite shots. The cut to black with the green saber was perfect.
That was
To
really
show-
cool.
That was sick. It took me a minute to realize that was him jumping.
And the
in
sound
with
of the
Qui-Gon
laser
saber.
gates too.
It's
The
easy
sound
to
of the-
forget.
yeah.
It's almost weird to forget because we think of disabled in a very specific context, but Maul is disabled. We just tend to forget that because his legs are basically just normal legs most of the time.
He covers it, yeah.
Yeah, I
That-
really like that they highlighted that because, like, sorry to interrupt you, Kevin, but like, it was
No, it's
when
okay.
I was watching it with my mom, she was like, "Oh yeah, he's got like some robot legs going on him," and my dad was like, "Yeah, I mean, he got cut in half." But I was like, "That's an interesting observation," because like my mom's seen all the Maul stuff in Clone Wars and whatnot, and I think it was like the first time like it really registered for the like, yeah, this guy he's like got robot legs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
I
has
don't
nothing
really
below
think-
his waist.
it's like the
Yeah.
first time since his introduction in Clone Wars that we've really addressed like the physical trauma of getting cut in half. Like that's fucked up. And
Yeah, that's true. That's a
Yeah.
good point.
the other
it's
thing,
really
the
messed up.
only criticism I have of that scene, there was a trailer for the show that kind of showed a little bit of him like limping woundedly. And
Yeah, I remember.
We hear him say, "I'm one with I've mastered the Force and the Force serves me," to echo the "I'm one with the
Oh.
Force and the Force
I
serves me."
love that.
I wanted him to start saying that after he
Yes.
got up and started walking. I wanted him to really just push forward with that into the final.
When that
stretch of
trailer
the-
dropped, I totally agree with you. When that trailer
That is
dropped, I
my-
was like, oh, dude.
That's my one frustration with that scene, I feel. Aside
I
from,
also
yeah,
wish
like you
that they
said,
showed Talzin's death. That
Yeah, I
they
kind
Yeah,
of
definitely
wish
had
they
an
showed that as
opportunity.
well.
But I
Like a
do love this
flash. That would be sick.
and it's I think that cemented Maul like the show's purpose. Like the show finally has a purpose of showing Maul's motives.
100%.
And now I'm interested to see how he goes from wanting revenge to now doing this for a selfless reason. Then in Rebels, he's back doing it for revenge. I think
Well,
now
I mean,
have an incentive to see how this character purposefully regresses again,
Yeah.
because I think what's going to happen is he's going to find love in Devon. He's going to start loving her like someone would love a sister, and
Yeah.
something happens with Devon where she is lost, and maybe she dies or she abandons him, and that sets him off again.
I
And
actually thought for a minute that was how the show was going to end. For a brief period, I forgot there was a gap between this and Solo. So for a minute, I actually thought that was going to be the twist, that Devon dies in season 1, and then we cut to him immediately trying to make up for it by saying he's going to work closely with Kira now. But obviously that's not how it's going to go, which I'm fine with because I like this way more.
Yeah, so he meets back up with his group. They go to Nicodemus's abandoned penthouse, and then Vario gets a message from Crimson Dawn, and I got excited.
Specifically, Dryden Voss wanted a meeting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Oh, this is exciting." this would have been more impactful if that poster of Dryden Voss didn't leak like a month ago.
Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't see that.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
like-
all the character.
Oh, I
posters-
forgot. You got everything spoiled, Joe, didn't you?
Yeah, Joe
I got
Joe
everything
showed it to me.
spoiled for me
Oh,
because
I
the
that's so
poster,
tragic. I forgot about that.
all the character posters leaked the day before the show came out.
I'm so glad I avoided literally every one of those until the day before the finale, where I
I
saw
heard about some of that stuff.
I saw fucking Darth Vader's poster on Tumblr, and I was like, oh, okay.
Aww.
I
I
yeah,
just
I
got
gotta-
it. Someone
we gotta-
just
we
sent
gotta-
it to me without warning, and I was like, dude, come on, man.
Yeah, like what? It's,
I thought
it's-
those
Yeah,
were
me
fake.
too. No,
Yeah.
just kidding.
I wish I stuck with that. There is. Oh, I forgot. There is this cool speeder chase with Devin and Co. I like Devin just
Oh
stealing the
yeah,
speeder.
that was so.
I
dude,
like the need a ride, boys, or whatever.
Yeah.
That
My
was great.
dude, the sound design in this show is so great. But I think one of the most
So good.
one of the most underrated, one of the moments I need to see people talking about more is when the music cuts out and that speeder bike gets force launched into the air by Docky.
was
You hear the
sick.
and then just the kaboom.
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about the Palpatine twirl noise.
That was.
Oh yeah,
that
Palpatine
was
does
so
the twirl.
cool.
Like Maul does the twirl
Oh, that's
noise
the
when.
thing, yeah.
Yeah, that was so cool. And when he
It's
did
so
that to
sick.
survive,
He
the
does it
fall.
twice, does he not?
I
He
don't
does it in the fight with
remember.
Docky. He does it in the fight with Docky, and then he does it in the when he
I just
Oh, he
remember at the
does.
end
Yeah,
of-
yeah, he does.
Yeah.
You're right.
So-
when he's falling from the
That was really cool. So then,
Are
yeah.
we on episode
so,
9?
Yeah, episode 9. We're on episode 9.
I'm gonna let you do your little breakdown of the whole episode. I got a couple of things to say about this one. I'm gonna mute myself for a minute though,
Okay.
Okay.
So Maul decides
if that's
to,
fine, obviously.
Maul is a meeting with Dryden Voss, and Dryden totally sounds like Paul Bettany, and it's not
Yeah.
distracting at all.
Yeah, I don't hate the voice grew on me, but I was like, couldn't you put a little more Paul Bettany into it? Just a hint more
Yeah.
of the British. I don't know. Like,
Jarvis, empty my poop sack.
Yeah, I just thought like distinct. Yeah, it distinctly did not
mean,
sound like Paul
I mean,
Bettany, and I was like, okay, that's weird.
It did sound nothing. And here's the thing, man. Like Matt Lanter doesn't sound like Hayden Christensen. Like Catherine Tabor doesn't really sound like Natalie Portman. But
true.
Like-
yeah.
this was just like, dude, Paul Bettany did fit. Like, what if? Like, why couldn't he do this?
Yeah. I actually just watched, an episode with White Vision in it a few days or weeks ago. So yeah.
And he was, and Paul Bettany played him, right?
Oh wait, actually, no, I'm wrong. He did not play White Vision in that episode. It was a mute character, but he did
Oh.
play Vision in other roles, like the Zombies episode. So
Yeah, that was
Yeah, I
weird.
remember him with the because Elizabeth Olsen came back as Wanda, right? In the
yeah.
Yeah.
It was so funny when Marvel Zombies came out because when asked about it in an interview, she was like, "Oh my god, I recorded that like 2 years ago. I don't remember it."
That's funny.
that's the whole thing.
But yeah, so I was a little distracted by that, but it was cool to see Dryden again.
His model looked cool though. His character.
The model looked cool. That model
Yeah.
was literally waiting like 6 years to be used again.
that cameo
was
in
cool to
Clone Wars
see.
Season 7 is so sick.
Yeah. So yeah, he calls out to Devin, and everyone just decides to go meet Maul, and everyone teams up. And I do like that the team just puts all their differences aside, and everyone just locks in. There's
Wait,
a
why
fun
is there a
moment,
child on our screen right now?
huh?
Oh, it's
Why is there just-
he
Uh,
typed in
oh,
11.
What the
11th
fuck?
brother, haha, that's funny.
I was like, why is there just a child? Okay, sorry.
I was wondering that too. There's like a couple in the bottom right corner. I'm like, who are these guys?
I think it's because it's the
The
brother.
magic of using Bing instead
Sister.
of Google.
Oh,
Yeah, so everyone just decides to lock in. There's a funny moment where Two Boots like mentions the toxic waste. He's like, "This is against what did he
I'll
say? Like,
report it. Yeah,
and
he's
yeah,
like,
and
"I'll
then-
report it."
disposed of. Someone should report this.
And then
Like, oh, wait.
Docky, Maul, and Lawson look at him, all three of them, and it's just like in unison. They're like, "Shut the fuck up, Two Boots." Maul and then Maruk and 11th brother show up, and Maruk like stares the TK down. Like he looks at him and he like inspects.
Yeah,
his
that was
helmet.
really funny. The guy was like, "What the fuck?"
He's like, huh?
He looked like he was about to sniff him, like Bear in the Big Blue House, with a bit of him sniffing.
Yeah, it did look like that. It looked like he was like, "Huh, you got off easy, bro." Like, there's a fun moment where Riley is on a little skiff and he touches Spybot, and Spybot is like, "Not touchy, not touchy."
Yeah, that was funny.
I also love in that bit after Mark stares at the TK, you can briefly see the TK's shoulders relax, like, oh, thank God he's done looking at me.
Yeah, that guy
Yeah, it
really
was the
gone.
TKs are like scared of the Inquisitors, which I
There was one
appreciate.
thing with the skiff that annoyed me. Everything else I thought was awesome. How like Maul could jump, but they couldn't. I thought there's one thing where Doki's like, or they're like, we need a skiff that's not broken to get across. Doki, there's like half a second of pause, and he's like, "There's the skiff," and they just pan over, and it was like, I was like, this is what I'm talking about. Just give more screen times. Give these episodes like 2 more minutes just to let things breathe a little bit.
Yeah, they like immediately were like, "We need a skiff." Oh, there's one. Like it
Yeah.
was just,
But it was like,
Yeah,
not,
like-
I forgot about.
Oh, there's conveniently one right there.
yeah.
I also got to say real quick, this episode and the one after it have some fucking amazing shots in them. But dude, the shot from under the vent of Maroc and the crow looking
That
into
was
Yeah.
I was geeking watching that at like 2 a.m. in the morning. I was like, this better pop off. This better pop off. And it did beyond my expectations. Speaking of that fight scene, holy fuck.
Yeah, can we talk about that now that we're there, Joe?
Yes.
Okay,
We're gonna
so I
talk
was gonna
about the
say this
fight in the
before.
sewer.
I just want to say the one part for me that was like, oh, this is peak. And it was a little hard for me to follow the lightsaber fights because it was very like fast.
There's so yeah.
There was a lot going on. But I think in the underground setting with the dark background, it was a little like cooler ambient, whatever ambiance was. The shot for me that sold me on this entire show, I was sold early on, right? I was like, oh, this is awesome. The thing that was like, yeah, this is awesome, was the Inquisitors like Naruto running at full speed through the
Yeah.
They
Yeah, I
came
was
out
like,
of
whoa.
nowhere. It was like
I actually
empty.
got fucking jump scared.
And it
I
was
was
like,
watching that in the dark at night. Like that
Yes.
actually set
Yeah.
me back.
It was so
No,
sick.
because
I
they
was just
don't.
like,
They walk in the corner and they look, and then they start running.
and it was
they
like
don't
you see the light like the red light blast out as they're running, and then there's like a quick like shot of them dashing, and I was like, oh my god, it's so sick.
cool. And there's that cool like shot where like splash page of Devin and Doki and Maul fighting the Inquisitors, and all their lightsabers interconnect.
Yeah. When there's the 3 double-sided blades surrounding Devin or whatever.
That was awesome.
That
yeah.
shot was the best shot of the entire show. I 100%
Insane
agree.
No, yeah.
fucking staging and framing.
So
The
sick, and it was like 1 second.
choreography. This is the
It was
type
so
of,
sick.
as somebody who wants to make cartoons with action
There it
scenes
is,
in
yeah.
them,
Here it is.
That shot, bro. Oh my
This
god.
shot right here
The
was the
staging of
money
that-
shot of the episode, man.
the
Oh,
staging
it
of
was
that
so- and it was
sequence
like a
was fucking
pause.
phenomenal. And and Maul taking out the walker was cool. We forgot to
That
mention
was
that.
cool.
That was badass.
I like
Oh,
Maul
yeah,
trying to
where
reach
he
out to
threw it,
Marok,
right? He
trying
threw
to
his saber.
sympathize with him, and it doesn't work.
Yes, that was so good. Like Palpatine literally sent you here to die, just like me. Yet you still,
Yeah.
So, like it was, and the added danger of the stormtroopers shooting everywhere, the acid at their feet. It was just such a well realized set. Also,
They take out a Mando, dude. Like
I
that
know
was
The way it panned too between the fights that were happening. It was
Dude,
like
that one
so
shot
sick.
where like Merrick stops like looking back at some of the others as they cross, and then he like looks back and taunts everybody while doing that hand gesture. I'm like, this motherfucker isn't just aura farming; he is the aura. Like
Maul did a little
He is
thing
the
too, where
aura.
after he crossed, he did like a little smirk.
yeah,
And I was
Yeah.
like,
oh
that's
my
so
gosh.
sick, dude. That's so
Yeah.
sick. I was like,
I can't believe I actually felt tension for Maul in these episodes, even though I know he's not going to die here. Like, that is how you know you've constructed a good prequel. When you're scared for a character, even when you know that they're going to be fine. Like,
Yeah.
so good.
And all the side characters basically get offed. There are 3
Yeah, everybody
Mandos.
fucking died.
There are 3
Every-
Mandos left, and
Right.
one gets shot by a stormtrooper. Another gets Marok slashes him across the chest and then just fully impales him. That was crazy.
Yeah.
And another one dies off screen to a character we will get to in a second.
and then
and-
Icarus tackled a bunch of troopers into acid.
Yeah,
That was
that
sick.
was-
He went down like a boss. That
He
guy.
ate a bunch
Also-
of blaster shots, and then he
He got tanked.
tackled
He threw
3
like 3
dudes. It was
knives.
so sick.
Also,
like
we have
freaking
to
Bullseye and Daredevil.
We
And
Yeah.
gotta, We also got to talk. Can I just say this? We already talked about how Scorn getting killed obviously mirrored Savage Press.
Yeah.
I think Icarus also does as well because his bottom half goes into the acid first. So that means
Yeah,
because
the
I
way
said
he
Icarus mirrors
Bird
Maul.
was crazy. Yeah, that's what Joe was saying earlier. Yeah.
Yeah,
I do
it was-
kind of
that
wish
was-
they had given.
I love as well that
Yeah.
one shot of the stormtrooper that gets shot in the eye and they don't even follow. They
Yeah,
just kind
I
of
know.
slump forward. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, it was
Mario
really,
also
like,
shoots
good.
one of them in the
Bring that up.
head.
Oh,
Yeah,
it
Mario
was
just shot him in the
it
face.
was such a gorgeous fight sequence. And I love when they stopped. Like the Inquisitors, you almost think they're gonna stop and be like, we'll find another way around. But when they said like he's headed their way, I was like, oh my god. Oh
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
I also Spybot. Rip in peace.
Oh,
That
yeah,
was,
that was brutal, yeah.
that hurt.
that was really upsetting.
Yeah.
I
I love
out
that
loud,
Maul
I
didn't
out
have
loud
to use-
screamed. I was actually like, I'm not even like cowardly to admit I cried. I not cried, but I screamed when Spybot died. I was really
Yeah,
sad.
it was a sad. I did one other detail I loved was that Maul didn't have to use the little skiff to get across. It was only everyone else that kind of had. But he was so skilled in like the Force that he just was able to jump through the entire thing. Also,
And
Devin.
deflect Merrick's lightsaber.
Yes, that was sick. I had to go back because I didn't even realize. But when Devin, she like did a bounce off of it or something. She
Yeah.
jumped off his lightsaber. Oh my god.
yeah, there was
I-
something like that that was so sick. I was like,
I
I
can't
don't know,
wait
that
to
whole
rewatch that.
thing was so cool.
I can't wait to rewatch those 2 episodes.
Yeah,
oh my
me too.
gosh. I might need to make a video about just that fight scene alone because it's so fucking peak. And then of course,
There's also
Then Vader
a
rips out what's her name's lungs or whatever.
okay. We're gonna get to this. So in the next scene, we get another character appearance, and it's Darth Vader. And again, would have been cool if the poster for him didn't leak, but like a month before the show even came out. And Rook gets pulled into the darkness and killed off screen. And I bring up, this isn't the official Star Wars website. So the official Star Wars website explained Vanessa Marshall's direction for this scene, and they specifically
Oh.
say that what Vanessa Marshall was told was that Darth Vader rips out Rook's lungs
Whoa!
What?
through her esophagus.
Is that what that noise was? I thought it was like a creature.
Nope. They say that. Let me.
Whoa! I did
I'm
not know that.
I'm not
That's-
BSing. Earlier in the drafts, there was a more graphic death for Rook, and it was ultimately decided to have her pulled in the darkness by her fog. Served as a better introduction of the Dark Lord. I am looking because they do mention it.
you could word search esophagus maybe, see if that one shows up.
No, no, no.
no.
During the development,
Friday the 13th
the film
inspiration. That's really
Darth
cool.
Vader's arrival is influenced by Jason Voorhees and Michael Myers. I could have inferred that. I'm looking for.
Oh yeah, they didn't. I love that he didn't talk.
Lungs. Okay. When Vanessa Marshall recorded Rook's unseen final battle, she told the
Whoa.
assembled crew she was aiming for, "He pulled my lungs out of my throat," supervising director Brad Rau recalls.
That's brutal. She got killed
JFC.
brutally.
That
And
was
it's
insane.
off screen. All you hear it.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
God.
just thought that he just snapped her neck or like force choked her,
Yeah.
which is still very gory. But
That's
like, dude,
crazy. She had her helmet on too,
yeah,
so it just like
Um,
spilled up out of her. Oh my
Oh
god.
Yeah.
god. Oh.
I feel like Rook kind of. I saw some people thought that like it was very distasteful, considering Rook is like only one of like 2 female characters in the show, which like I didn't.
The
like-
counterpoint, though, is that if you keep her alive, people are going to complain that the show has no stakes and doesn't kill its main characters. So
It also
I
shows
didn't
that the
really think
Empire
it was,
has
like
no-
sexist or anything. I was a little, like I didn't think that people are more than welcome. Like I'm not going to be like you guys are just like snowflakes. I think there is a criticism to be had with Rook's characterization, but
fair.
I don't think the death was like too cruel because it is Darth Vader, and also like dude, look at this character model.
Yeah, like
Look
that
at
looks
this character.
that almost looks like a shot of him in the Inquisitorius temple in Kenobi. Like that.
It does look like that. It looks real.
I don't want to go on a tangent too early because I don't want to take up too much of this. I don't want to be like I want to let you talk. But
Someone in chat said that scene of Rook dying, but it's with that muscle man clip.
No.
I know exactly which one you're talking about.
Oh no.
Wait, which one?
The one from the Halloween episode where he has the shotgun and he gets dragged into the ghost or the forest by the ghost while shooting the shotgun. Yeah.
Wait, I don't know this reference.
Oh my
Wait.
gosh, it's so fucking funny. Joe, look up Muscle Man.
Oh, the dude. Oh, I know this guy.
Dude, look this up. It's a regular show Muscle Man. It's so fucking funny.
I'm gonna save my.
Oh, I found it. No!
Oh,
What is he doing here? What is he doing here?
No.
No, what the
Actual jump
Star Wars.
scare, dude.
That was
Wars
insane. What the
theory.
hell? I would have never guessed that in a million years that he would have done that during a stream. Oh my gosh.
Jerry,
Disgusting.
okay.
The way that
You
we
just
all
scared us like
collectively
Vader.
got scared.
He was like
rage-baiting
Vader
myself.
coming through the wall,
Yeah, yeah,
like in the episode.
Oh,
Vader-
that
yeah.
was
Vader's
crazy.
hand.
We will get to it. Wait.
Okay, yeah, this clip is so fucking good. It sucks we can't play the audio because of copyright, but this is so, or maybe you can, I don't know. I can't hear it is the point.
Oh no, I muted it.
The title is wrong. It says shoots his gang at the evil wizard. That
Whoa, you're right. What a wait, what a
Literally
that is
what I
actually
was
such a good call.
Like, I love
Think of that.
grammatical inaccuracies.
that Halloween episode is super fucked up, by the way. Everyone dies after that in that because it's non-canon. It's so dark.
Don't talk about my mom.
Muscle
we
Man
on
is
to 10?
being ripped off in that scene, by the way. He literally comes back to the door and his muscles are exposed. It's very disgusting.
Bro.
Let me know when I could do my spiel because I had one thing. Not really a spiel. I just
Yeah,
had one
go
thing
right-
to say about.
Luke,
Okay.
go on ahead. The floor is yours.
All right,
man.
all right,
We're
all
on
right,
the
all
last episode.
So it was awesome. I love that they didn't use James Earl Jones' voice. I love that they didn't have a replacement. Vader's awesome. Benny mentioned the hand going through the wall. Everything was awesome, and it kind of reminded me a lot of that Force. Oh my god, Jedi Fallen Order scene when he fights or whatever, like that.
Yeah.
That style of Vader.
Yeah.
But I could not stop thinking throughout the entire episode 10, every second he was on screen. I could not stop thinking. I saw one clip of this from Instagram because I haven't played this in a while, but I could not stop thinking he looked like the Fortnite Vader model.
Someone else said that too.
Oh.
Really?
One of my other friends said that.
I could not, and I didn't want to think that because I just wanted to watch and enjoy, and I enjoyed. I'm not saying I didn't. It was just every scene they cut to him, I was like, dude, am I just watching a Fortnite animatic right now? What am I Like a cutscene from the Battle Pass? Like I was like,
I didn't even think
what the
about
hell's
that.
happening?
Huh.
With that being said, awesome episode. My only other complaint was it's a similar issue I have with the season 3. This is a weird reference, but the season 3 conquest fight is the background is too bright and they're outside and it's too bright and it just doesn't match with the
mood?
tone, I guess.
The intensity.
I actually am totally okay with that because for one, the scene starts at night and it
Sure.
continues
Yeah, yeah.
into the day, and
Oh,
it
yeah,
feels
yeah.
like these characters are like fighting, like they've been fighting all day. The fight has been going on for so long, and while
Right.
obviously we haven't been here for hours, it feels
That's
like to
valid.
these characters. And also, I think that. Like, I think that's almost scarier because usually you associate daytime with, oh my god, it's the daytime, it's nice and bright, like nothing happens,
Yeah.
nothing bad happens in the daytime. But these characters are fighting Darth Vader in the middle of the day. And it's like,
Yeah.
usually you associate something that almost like, I don't know if you guys watched The Strangers, but the final scene of that happens in the middle of the day, and it's so like I don't even think this is a good movie, but that final scene is so good because it happens in just the middle of the day.
The contrast of
Yeah.
yeah.
And
No,
I-
that's totally valid. I think for me it's just a personal preference thing of like
no, it's cool.
the background
lighting
being
was
so
kinda
bright
flat.
is like, whoa, I can't really get in the vibe or the tone of it. But that's just a personal thing. Like I think there's a lot of choices with that make total sense. Like it
Yeah.
like you were
Yeah,
saying with this, it like
I agree. I
balances.
agree with you, Joe. I like that it's in the day because it does showcase that like the Sith can be scary outside of just the shadows.
100%. Yeah.
That's actually one of the reasons. That's one of the reasons I love the movie Nope. That movie has some really has some very scary scenes and moments in broad daylight, and it's very good stuff.
That's a good
Real
call.
think
was
about
such
the
a good
monkey?
movie.
But also, the other thing I wanted to mention about that scene as well, it's in a jungle, which I'm a sucker for jungle environments. So that's
I love
always
that
cool.
aesthetic.
That was
yeah, like
sick. You're
ruins,
right.
like
But
the
also-
ruins and everything.
Also, thank fucking God, a Star Wars cartoon that doesn't end up on a dry desert planet. Thank you. It's been like 5 years. I am so sick of all these. We have to show that the Empire is ruining everything. So let's make literally everything a desert or a dry forest or a canyon. I'm like, can we please have a little vegetation or color, please?
Did Bad Batch have a forest?
I'm sure
yeah,
they
they had
had
I've had
several.
some good environment.
I mean,
mainly
wait, no,
like-
did Bad Batch have a desert? I don't remember.
No, it didn't.
Bad Batch had
yeah,
actually. I
I'm
mean,
mainly
Tantus
referring
was
this because I'm mainly coming at this from a I never want to go back to Tatooine perspective.
And
Thanks,
Kevin, you haven't seen Bad Batch, right? So that
Yeah,
Mine's-
Bad
I've-
Batch is a lot
you're
of
not
until-
talking about that. Yeah.
I've seen season 1, but it was years ago. I've started watching season 2, but didn't finish it.
2 is a tough to get through. Once you get to 3, though,
I did
so
get
good.
to, at the very least, the Crossbones episode that everybody said goes hard with him, like on that desert planet with Cody. That was fucking awesome.
Crossbones.
Did you
I was like,
Crosshair.
Oh
Sorry,
my god!
I've been
Last time I
drawing.
saw you, you dropped a building on my face.
Yeah,
I've been waiting for this.
I've been drawing Marvel villains for fun recently, so that's on the brain. But
You're good.
yeah, it's I just love.
Season
Yeah, I
2
agree.
is
The
best.
temples and ruins also add a lot too. I'm a sucker for like abandoned South American inspired jungle temple
Me too,
aesthetics.
yeah.
I
yeah,
learned-
like
I
an
learned-
like yeah.
I did a research paper on like the fall of the Mayan civilization and how it really was just a series of unfortunate circumstances on top of colonialism. So it's really cool seeing a Star Wars project that plus in general, Star Wars has some really cool jungle scenes, like Anakin versus Ventress, the Ahsoka like bounty hunter arc. Like there's some really cool. I like even Ahsoka. Even though I think Ahsoka is mid, I really liked that forest planet where they fought Morocco.
Cetos.
Cetos,
cool.
yeah, with like the red autumn leaves everywhere and kind of the bluish purple like dark depths of the forest. It looked really cool. So more jungle and forest settings in Star Wars, please. It's led to peak.
Totally agree with you. Yeah, you were good calling the Mayans thing because I was trying to think if it was the Mayans or the Aztecs that had that. Like,
There's a shit ton of overlap between people get them confused all the time. They're both Mexican civilizations, so it's easy to mix
I
it
just
up.
remember learning about them in middle school, and I didn't remember which which was in like the more sand territories and which like you know what I mean like.
Yeah. Fun fact
But
as well.
you're right. Good call on that. That the ruins.
Fun
I just
fact
looked
as
up
well.
pictures.
The Aztecs actually they did not call themselves Aztecs. Their actual name was the Mexica. So that I believe is part of where Mexico's name came from. But it's actually Aztec was a like a colonial name given to the society. So I'm not like canceling anybody for using it. It's just interesting.
My bad.
It's
But
yeah,
the other thing with the Mayan things, the I just looked at the picture. It kind of looks like the Jedi Temple or like Yavin.
Yeah, it did remind me of Yavin a bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
That's a good
Yeah,
point. It does kind of look like that, and Yavin's a good planet as well. I like the design of it.
Felt like the Battlefront 2 maps on Yavin.
and
Also,
like it
yeah,
definitely
a little-
in that sense too. Like it kind of helps solve a bit of a problem that I think a lot of people have discussed about the recent Star Wars duels, which is like they're always in like you said, Kevin, like a really boring flat desert area or like some like it's just like the most generic setting. There's nothing like exciting about it, whereas like having it in this kind of decrepit ruin like adds an element of the environment being dangerous. Like
Yeah.
there are like holes in the bridge that anyone could fall off at any point, or like Maul's trying to rip the ceiling down on Vader. Like there are all these elements. Like there's an additional danger to the actual like fight that's happening, which
Yeah.
hasn't been the case for a lot of recent Star Wars duels.
I love how
That's
when Maul brings the ceiling down on Vader, Vader's still kicking. He's still like chopping away at the blocks.
Oh yeah,
It's,
that
like,
was awesome.
Yeah.
it only slows him down. It didn't stop him. I thought that was amazing.
He's like a Terminator. He's a straight up
Yeah.
like one of the. Like, I wanted to read this quickly because when I was watching his scenes of the show, it made me think of this description of him from Fallen Order. Few survive an encounter with the most powerful Sith in the galaxy. Escape is the only chance of survival. Darth Vader, the sinister Dark Lord of the Sith, is a mysterious figure amongst the Empire. Encounters with this machine-like man are rare and mostly deadly. Trained in the dark side of the Force, Vader governs over the Inquisitors. It's like, I love that description because it's so vague. And it's
Right.
just like, this
And it's
guy
also-
is a freaking menace. Like,
It also
no one
adds
knows.
to the whole, like, if you fight Vader, you literally can't win. Not because you're like bad as a Jedi, but because you are literally doomed by the narrative. You cannot kill Vader before the movies. So any encounter with him is tense of like, is this character actually going to make it out or not? And it instantly makes you. That's how I felt watching. That's how I felt growing up watching Ahsoka, because I know she isn't in the movies. So I'm like, wait, when is she gonna die? So anytime she was in danger, I was tense as a kid. I'm like,
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
what is gonna happen?
Dude,
The Mortis arc did irreparable damage to my kid brain. Like when the sun just taps her forehead and she falls over dead.
Yeah,
I was just, that changed something in me forever.
You gotta rewatch that.
Ready.
I think that with writing Vader, because obviously you can't have him just kill everyone in the duel, especially if it's the main character.
Yeah,
you
it's
can't
boring.
just have them beat Vader because like it
Yeah.
makes Vader less
Well,
cool.
that's the thing with Vader is like there's only like two outcomes. You can't win. It's either death or you run away and live to fight another day.
Yeah.
Which in this case, some of them do, some of them don't.
Yeah, I think
yeah.
Rebels was, especially in their first duel with Vader, I like that he's just toying with them, but the staging felt very, like, almost like Kanan wasn't even trying. Like, I get that
Mhm.
Vader was toying with
That's
them, but it
season
felt,
2, episode 1.
yeah, like, I get that the point is that the fight is meant to be sloppy, but it feels like Kanan, even his fights are very telegraphed and slow. Like, I don't know why, like, I wasn't a huge fan of that first fight. I think that, Fallen Order, love that fight where they're just barely escaping. Survivor
When he
also
comes out of the door, like Cal's just running down the hallway, and then suddenly
Yes,
here's
that was
his-
such a
actually
jump
getting
Oh,
jump scared by that and trying to actually like carry the
I knew
attack.
I had gotten spoiled months in advance that Vader was in that game because YouTube would not stop recommending me the scene where he kills Trilla. That
Yeah.
said, he still managed to like catch me off guard and be cool, which I was very happy about. I
Yeah,
love when even when I'm spoiled on something.
Yeah, there's still something there. Yeah.
Exactly.
It's
Um,
it was such
That's
a
how you
great...
know they really. Yeah, that's a good point.
This and Fallen Order are probably his best moments in the Disney era.
And
I
Rogue
love
One.
that he doesn't.
When he stops the Star Destroyer or whatever, or the transport ship in Obi-Wan, that one shot where he goes like,
That
and
was
they'll-
cool.
That shot.
I
that
like
was
his fight
best
with
shit.
Reva
That
a
shot's
lot
sick.
too.
I was
And the
thinking
last
Rogue
scene of
One,
season 7.
the hallway
and in
scene
Rogue
in
One.
Rogue One.
Yeah.
Also,
There's a lot of
I
Vader.
I still haven't finished Survivor, but the last time I
Oh,
stopped
dude.
playing, was the Vader fight with Seer. So
Great fight. Great fight.
Yeah, that was a
He
good.
doesn't come back after that. He literally just shows up.
Good.
Yeah. It's a
Good.
really good
That's
because I like how he isn't the final boss. He's a midpoint,
that
and
was
he's
good.
there
yeah.
just to kill Seer. It's
The
so
fortress stands. The Inquisitorius continues its work.
Yeah.
I have come for you.
I've been waiting. I love Seer's response in that moment too. Like she's
Yeah,
just like,
she doesn't even care.
I-
And I love how when
she's like-
she lowers the podium, Vader like looks up and
He's
he's
like-
like, "Okay, let's do this."
Dude,
Like,
I also
yeah.
love when I beat that boss fight. I was so satisfied. I like fist pumped when she stabbed Vader or like damaged him. I was like, yes! And then it panned down to her being stabbed, and my
Okay,
smile
you do
just-
know what happened. I thought I spoiled it for you for a second.
No,
No,
it's
no,
okay.
no,
Yeah,
it's okay.
my smile just slowly faded, and I lowered
That
my arms.
sucks. It's brutal.
just
Yeah.
like, oh shit, this
I
feels
love
right,
Seer.
but also damn it.
Can I say something about Daki real quick?
yes,
Yeah.
you may.
Okay. Dio Doc Eco Dio Daki.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. something about his death I loved. The first thing I loved was I didn't realize for when Maul force pushed him closer to Vader, I was like, what did I just watch? So I went back and I was like, oh, he did that to let him die so he can get Devin pissed off.
Yeah.
I was like, that's sick. Maul, let's not make him a good like like I felt like for a little bit of
Yeah,
not make him a
Maul's
good
still
guy.
an asshole. Like,
Yes,
don't
he's still
forget.
a dick. I was like, I said that to my screen. I was like, you're a fucking asshole, dude. Maul's a dick, and I love it.
That's the thing, like they can endear you to him all they want with the it's not your
Yeah.
fault. I'm gonna stop him from doing this to anyone ever again. Meanwhile, pushes someone to their death and like
Exactly,
the
like
next
that
two
little
episodes.
Exactly. That's
completely
what I
threw
love.
off Daki, and I
That's
love
what
that.
I love about Maul. His characterization. He's trying so hard not to be a Sith, but he's too tainted.
He's in a
by
vicious cycle. He can't escape it.
And he doesn't
I
even,
do like his
do
talk
it
with
to the point where He
Devin.
doesn't give a shit. Like he's just
I
like,
love
I'm
his-
just gonna do this for me myself, and I'm like, that's so cool.
Well, I
I
mean,
do
Daki
like his-
hit it right on the head, right? When he said, was he doing it for your good or for his own?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, that's exactly what it was the whole time. And even
I like
Daki
his-
kind of fell prey to that because he let down his guard a little bit too and trusted him to a certain extent to have his
Yeah.
back in the fight, and
Yeah.
he didn't.
Yeah.
I
The other
do
thing I
like-
loved about that. Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. You talk. You talk
You
first.
sure? All right.
Yeah,
I
no,
was
it's
gonna
okay.
say one little detail was that I thought they weren't gonna show him getting stabbed. They showed like the charring and the hole in his like robes was crazy. Like you could actually
Ooh.
feel like the brutality of it, and I feel like they kind of shy away from that a lot in the Clone Wars.
Well,
Like,
in the sound design, when
like,
he pulls the
showing it.
lightsaber out
Yes.
too, is like brutal. I was like, oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's weird because I've been obviously it's a completely different tone, but I've been watching a lot of Game of Thrones. I just started a couple weeks ago. I'm on season 4, and like there's a scene where she like just lightly stabs the guy's neck and lets him bleed out. But like the way I don't know, Vader is just so meticulous about his like swordsmanship that or like his I don't know. I just loved that whole like
Yeah.
he just stabbed Daki like straight through the gut.
Yeah,
And
and
I
the
was
way
like-
it looked so lazy too. Like he was just like
Yes.
hold it like this,
Just
like
effortless.
he just couldn't give a shit. Yeah, and I like that they don't show
So
it
menacing.
too. Like it just cuts
Yeah.
to him having,
And
already
it's
stabbed
quiet.
him.
You don't even hear. Yeah, you're right. It's like
Yeah,
you don't
it's
hear
just
the
like-
Daki screaming or anything. Yeah, no, I loved that.
Also,
I like that,
Vader-
like,
the
when
last thing I
Devin
went
sees
through.
it happen, like, she's already too late. Like, it's
And that was
over.
another thing, like you were saying, Joe, with Gideon Gideon Adlon. She's great. Like she was incredible with that moment where she's just pissed off and she gets angrier. Same way
Yeah.
that
When her
Maul's
voice
emotion
changes for like
comes
a second.
back, her anger rises. It's kind of like I don't know. I thought that was a really cool contrast
Yeah,
of
and
like.
I also, speaking of Vader, by the way, can we talk about how he wasn't just like, taking on like the Jedi as well, which I expect. He was taking on somebody with a dual-bladed lightsaber with just his single blade and a Jedi at the same time. And he wasn't just, force pushing everyone at a distance every 5 seconds. He was letting them get close and still beating the hell out of them. Like, it was
Oh,
so
we didn't-
impressive.
Wasn't there a scene where he like force holds his blade and then Maul does the exact same thing?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
And then he
really
just
cool
comes
when they
in.
were,
That
like,
was so
copying
sick,
each
too.
other.
I was like,
he's just like, all right,
whoa!
fuck off. I'm gonna choke you now. Throws him.
Whoa. Yeah, that was
I
sick.
do
That was
like
the last
that
thing I could
Vader
remember about it
doesn't...
that I didn't
Random
talk about.
question. How do you guys feel about Vader not talking?
I actually think it made him scarier.
I like it was like a Terminator thing, like I say.
Yeah.
Like it made him seem like this unstoppable.
I will admit, part of me does kind of wish, like, during a lightsaber clash with Maul, he acknowledged him a little, given his connection to Kenobi. I feel like that would have been
Yeah.
a little interesting, but I don't care because it still worked regardless.
How
And
do
do
you
guys
glorified
think that he-
cyborgs were his stock in trade?
I
Do you guys
forgot.
think that he recognized Anakin?
That's what I was. Yeah, because he
No,
said.
I don't
No,
think
no,
he
no.
knew
There
He
it
was
was
a part
like,
where
Anakin,
it
said,
can't
if
be, it
that's-
can't be, right? Like he was like, no.
Yeah,
I
he was like,
assumed
if
that he
that's
meant,
who I
like,
think it
it's
is.
it's my successor. Like, this is the next Sith Lord.
Oh, okay.
I think that's what he meant.
Because I thought he said like, if that's who I think it is, or something at one point.
I think he meant, like, it's the next Sith Lord. Like,
Okay,
I don't
yeah,
think he
yeah,
knew
yeah.
it was Anakin. Because Maul never met Anakin. Like, he has no... Oh, wait.
Did they ever fight? In
But
Clone
he
Wars? That's
knew
what I asked.
Anakin
Wait.
was going to be the next Sith Lord. Like,
Oh, so he does think... Maybe
Oh,
he does
because the
think it's
Clone Wars
Anakin.
season 7 with his
Yeah,
with
yeah,
the
he
vision.
was
That's what I
trying to
thought.
draw
okay,
him
you
out.
knew it was
Yeah.
good.
Was
Cool.
Anakin.
Very
to lure
cool.
him in.
I orchestrated
That's
this war to bring him
incredible.
here so I can
To
kill
bring him here,
and-
to kill him, depriving Sidious of his prized pupil.
So
Yeah.
he did... Because I would assume
Oh,
since
shit.
he failed, Anakin fell to the dark side and became Vader, so we probably did know it was Anakin.
Yeah, because he's like, you're
That's
not an
so
Inquisitor. What the hell are
stupid.
you? So what
And
else
then,
could it be?
so we did know it was Anakin.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Because he was
Now
like,
that
can't
makes
be.
his realization so much better, because I just assumed he was like, it's my replacement. That's what he
No,
is.
but he has to. Have
No,
known
he knew it was Anakin.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
great.
I also
Was
love
his
the way he
breathing
was.
throughout the fight?
He was breathing throughout the
I
whole
also
fight.
love the way he pieced it together. Like, you are not an Inquisitor. What are you?
Yeah, he's like,
Yeah.
what the
Because he just Vader just fights different than the other ones because they're fast. They fight similar to Maul, where it's like fast paced. They do
Right.
flips.
And
Like Vader's.
as much as I do kind of feel like making Vader so badass kind of undermines the moments in the original trilogy where he's just kind of like swinging the stick around in fights.
Yeah.
I love that they always keep this idea that Vader is a more stationary,
Yeah.
refined, and power focused character. He doesn't like do.
Yeah.
He doesn't need to do a ton of crazy flips. He just needs to exert that one little hint of force that throws everything off, and he's already.
Yeah.
And that's what I
It's-
liked as well in this is like they show because like obviously like in the original it's based on how he's depicted in the original trilogy when technology was more limited, and so he does seem like this kind of giant, almost like lumbering presence that's kind of like swinging around. But I liked how even in the start of this fight they show him like making some pretty swift moves. Like I was really
Yeah.
surprised when
With
that fight
one
started.
hand, by the way.
Yeah, with
most
one
of the
hand, and I was
time.
like, "Whoa!" Like that caught me off guard. I was like, "Oh
Yeah.
wow!" Because I'm so used to seeing him being this looming presence. I was like, "Oh wow!"
How long after this? Oh, sorry. How long in the timeline since he had become Vader was this? Like a year or two?
A year or
less
two.
than
I
a
would
year,
say
right?
2
Yeah.
years. Like we're
So
in
I kind of
17
I think it's
BBY.
fine that there's a kind of a difference of how he fights 17 years later. Because I just rewatched Empire last night, and there's still moments where he's like obviously there is a little bit more of that like less like you were saying, like a little more choppy and less like specific, like
Yeah.
swift and kind of stuff.
Deliberate,
Like,
yeah, swift movements.
but there are still like elements of it, especially when he's fighting Luke in Empire before he's like actually trained more and stuff.
Yeah.
He's just kind of tormenting Luke in that, and there's a
Yeah.
lot of that here too, where like Maul's kind of getting bitched out.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah,
Like
and
Maul is
agree.
getting kind of cooked here, and I was
And
like,
I will
that's
say, as much as I take shots at Vader in the original trilogy, mainly his fight with Obi-Wan because it is so limited due to the
Yeah.
technology of the time, I do like how in Return of the Jedi, there's this inference of not only him toying with Luke, but also whether unconsciously or otherwise, him holding back because it is his son. So it makes sense
Yeah.
why the fight choreography is a little more limited in that
Yeah.
sequence.
I do want to say how Marok is treated in the finale. Because going
bro,
in,
I was like, where is he?
Yeah, he just
He
got
got thrown
yeeted
off the
off
cliff.
bridge.
yeah, one thing that I was worried about going in was Marok dying because everyone said it would make sense for Marok to
Yeah.
die and then become a zombie in Ahsoka. However,
You've debunked that thoroughly.
I have vehemently said it makes no sense because Marok can't be a zombie in Ahsoka. He pilots spaceships, he talks, he uses the Force. It makes no, like we have not seen a zombie on that level yet in Star Wars. All other zombies are like your usual zombies where
Was
they
Captain
creep around and they
Enoch?
growl.
Was
Huh?
Enoch? Was Enoch a
No,
Night Sister
Enoch is
magic? No,
all the
okay.
night troopers were normal before they actually did die.
What about
Okay.
Ventress?
Ventress, we're not going to talk about Ventress. Ventress was a special case, and also I don't want to back that up. So like, let's think about this for a minute. Who would have resurrected Marok? It would have had to have been Morgan Elsbeth. So you're telling me that this version of a zombie or a Zed we have not seen before, was done by Morgan. And you're telling me Morgan is the most powerful necromancer in Star
Oh
Wars?
yeah, she wasn't
Like,
until.
yeah, because what? All other versions of necromancers before this, you had Mother Talzin couldn't even do it. She needed old Daka to do it for her. She went to a different wizard. So Mother Talzin can't even do it. The Great Mothers in Ahsoka did it, but
Marin
their
did it.
zombies were actual like stormtrooper zombies that were creeping around. So even they couldn't do it, and they're the original Dathomiri. They're like the OGs. So you're telling me Morgan's more powerful than them? And I like Morgan. Morgan Elsbeth.
And
is
also,
cool, but I
haven't
don't
they
think-
been there the whole time? Like the Great
Yeah.
Mothers? Like
they're
never...
they're the ancient Dathomiri. They're like the ancestors. They're the OG. So like I don't think Morgan's more powerful than them. Like Morgan is a great like hand-to-hand combatant. I don't think she's capable of something like that.
I don't like
And
how
also,
they killed her.
Yeah, also Marin did it, and I mean Marin's young.
That's still
canonically.
weird to me. I still find it weird that she had the ability to do that, but yeah, even
I-
if we're running with the idea that, like, if you're running with the idea that the Night Sisters can only resurrect, like, beings as mindless zombies and not fully cognizant living beings like Marok or Ventress, then, like, I guess it's acceptable that Marin could do that, but I still
I'd
would only
like to
associate
think that it's canonically Marin. What she like became like Malicos's like second hand because like
Doesn't she bring
taught-
back all those Night Brothers in?
She does.
Right?
She
Yeah,
teaches Malicos the ways of the Night Brothers, and she even there's a line when Cal is doing the psychometry things you can look for. There's a part where she's like crying and she's saying like I have to
I
serve
remember that.
Malicos, and she's upset by that. So maybe Malicos also taught her some things about how to tap into the dark side better. So maybe she was able to also learn some tricks from him about like tuning into the dark side and becoming a necromancer. So Marin makes sense to me. But Morgan, I'm gonna draw the line. I don't think
Yeah.
Marok was a zombie. I think he was enhanced, like Savage was. I think that could be possible. He was on like 4 steroids
So
or
is
like
this
Night
another instance like with the 11th brother where you're kind of just content not knowing what he is, if even?
I think Marok, I would like to know, but 11th brother, it's like I don't need to know what his species is.
Oh yeah,
like
didn't 11th brother also kind of just disappear when he died?
I'd
Am I
like to
wrong?
think that was
He
just like
deflated. Yeah.
he did deflate, but I'd like to think it was just gravity. Like there is a
Okay.
head in there, but like it just sunk. Like I think
Well,
that
But it doesn't look like that. It looks like a
or tiny.
it does look like there's nothing in there, or maybe that is just his head. The skull.
Yeah,
He just
maybe
has a really
that's
tiny
the point
head.
to you.
That is possible, yeah.
His
I'm
head
not
is
against
really
Maybe he's like
attached to
Mario and he's in like a mech suit or whatever.
Aw.
Can we
Not
talk about
actually-
Mario in the finale, by the way?
He's
That
like
guy,
the
he was, like,
Inzelans.
running
The
around
Inzelans are just
everywhere.
in
Oh, yeah.
there, like stacked up.
He
Like-
was like he was running around like that. Have any of you seen Smiling Friends before I make this joke?
Peak.
He's like that fucking little gremlin inside the walls, that purple thing running around that Alan was after.
Oh my god, the Gwimbles, the Gwimbles.
Yeah, or
the-
whatever they were called, or like the Biddly Borps or something.
Yeah.
I just rewatched that episode
That's
with
what the 11th
some of
brother
it.
is.
I showed that episode to my dad, and he was utterly confused.
That's awesome.
I tried
Hello,
to.
thank you for watching.
I just
Dude,
wanted-
Mario
Talk
in the
about
finale?
Lawson. Can we
Sorry,
oh
what?
yeah, well that kind of segues into that a little bit, but like Vario and then Lawson, their side of the story, because I want to talk
Oh
about
yeah, they
Lawson.
cut to Lawson too many times. Sorry, that's my last thing. I'll let you talk. That
You
was
and your
pissing me off.
Lawson, man, I can't handle your
I love
Lawson
him. Great
shade,
character.
man.
It's Darth Vader and Maul, and then it'll jump cut to Lawson just fighting a stormtrooper, and I'm like, that's a lot of screen time for a dude.
But I think it was
I do think there
important.
was some like tonal dissonance.
there
Like
was
we
some
go
important-
from like Devin succumbing to the dark side, and then we cut to Vario being like, "You're a big man. You're a big man. You're
yeah,
a
I
big
was
man."
just like,
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
a
yeah.
little,
I
like, it
agree
felt like
with that.
tonal whiplash at points, but I did think that
I'm being a
Vario
little
was
bit of a
handled
hater
well.
with Lawson. I know. I love him though. Good guy.
Yeah, I know.
Good- you say that like
I'm
you know
just
him
clowning on
personally.
you.
Good guy.
Yeah.
Nice guy.
I love Lawson. He's such a great
I had a
guy.
cup of coffee with him one time.
With him
Bruh.
and his partner with the empty cup of coffee.
Yep.
Yeah, Lawson. This is the question: do we think he's dead?
No,
I think he'll be back.
no body.
I think so too. Yeah,
Well, there's
He
no
just
body,
walked
and
into
the fact
smoke.
that and the fact that, like you were saying, look, like they cut to him watching the fight, but they explicitly show that he sees Maul push Daki and leave him for dead. He
True.
watches that
I
happen.
forgot he saw that from the distance, right? From
I
behind
had
him.
to because I was looking like on YouTube to see other opinions, and I saw some point that I had to go back and watch the scene again. I was like, I missed that the first time, but he clocks it. He's like, oh, Maul fucking betrayed us, as I predicted. And so I'm like, they would not kill him off after having that moment, because that's
'Cause
going
he-
to come into play later. Like he's going to have
Yeah,
to
he's gonna
go
be
back.
like Devin.
that's gonna be so fucking cool when he like helps bring down Maul and Crimson Dawn or something. I'm so excited to see how this all comes crashing down before Rebels, because
Yeah,
I
it's
will say,
gonna.
though, I'm very curious to see how Maul gets that Inquisitor lightsaber though, because who does he kill for that?
It's the
Wait,
same
whoa,
model.
whoa,
Here's the
what?
thing. It was
Oh,
the
the
same model
staff.
as the Grand Inquisitors. However, since then, they have changed the design a little bit to resemble the one in Kenobi. It's basically the same, but the teeth are shaped slightly different. Let me...
Is this a Cobalt find?
It is a Cobalt find, yes.
That's
So wait,
My favorite, by the way, my
Grand-
favorite Instagram account.
Grand Inquisitor lightsaber. So this is the one in Rebels. So notice how like the teeth are kind of like they're curved here,
Wait, is that the
but in
same as
Kenobi
Revan?
it's more pointed, almost.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'm referring to the one in Rebels where he has that broken Inquisitor lightsaber.
Yeah.
That-
No, so what I was saying was it could have been Grand Inquisitors, and he stole it from him, and then Grand Inquisitor just got a new one.
Oh, wait, are you talking
But-
about the one where he attaches like a walking cane to it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
that one's
That one
okay.
is supposed to be the same model as Grand Inquisitor.
And he has it in Solo, right?
Yes, he has it in
Yeah.
Solo.
Yeah.
So we know that.
Whitwer actually went out of his way to tell producers like he's gonna have a specific lightsaber at this point
Yeah.
in time, not just the
He
Phantom
does? Wait, he does?
Yeah.
Yeah, in his solo
Solo.
cameo, he does have the lightsaber from
Yeah.
Rebels.
By the way,
Um,
top 5 cameo of all time in anything.
That was
yeah,
that
I-
was
Oh,
a
you're
crazy
right, he
cameo.
does. I forgot about it. Oh my god.
I like Solo in general, but that cameo
Yeah.
made the movie for me. I was like, oh, I like this.
I saw that 3 times in theaters.
Here we go,
Nice.
right here. So yeah, it's the same model because like notice the teeth.
Oh, dude, that's so nice.
So
okay.
maybe it is Grand Inquisitors, and like he dueled Grand Inquisitor once, and
I'm just
he lost
confused.
his
'Cause
lightsaber.
why is the broken half of the ring upside down? It's pointed.
Yeah.
up
How
like
does
a-
that work?
It's
I
pointed up
I
feel
feel
like
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 he
he
just
just
constructed
modified
it.
it because it looked cool.
Yeah.
I don't think it has a significance. I just think he just did it because it looks nice.
Okay, because when I always saw that, I always thought it was like, oh, he killed another Inquisitor beforehand or something. But
It's not Morox. Morox looks different, and
well, yeah,
Um,
but
so at
And-
this point,
And
we don't
Marok
know
still
whose
has
this
his in
is,
Ahsoka.
because
So-
Grand Inquisitor's lightsaber was updated in Kenobi, and then in Tales of the Empire, they tweaked it slightly to look like the Kenobi model. So right now, this lightsaber doesn't belong to anyone. So it could be a new Inquisitor that we haven't fucking seen yet, so they're gonna make another one. Or it could just be one that he
Hey,
just finds.
I will say though, if they make another Inquisitor, I'm fine with that in this instance because this show has proven they can make them cool. So
Yeah.
I
I would like it if it's just make it Grand Inquisitor. I think that would be cool to see him, because I like Jason Isaacs, but
Okay, so this is before, so this is before Rebel season 1. Okay.
Yeah, I would
makes
like to see Grand Inquisitor again. I hope Mark doesn't die if he does come back, because I like that they didn't make him actually die. He got pushed off a cliff, and that doesn't mean anything in Star Wars, especially if you're force sensitive.
Yeah.
Literally, if you get pulled off a cliff, nothing will happen to you.
True,
You'll be
we saw
Well,
that
who
with
knows?
Maul.
Maybe he just turned on that helicopter and floated down.
Oh yeah,
Like Mary Poppins. Mary Poppins, yo.
I think Devin disarmed him.
He pulled a
before he fell,
Yandu,
though.
maybe, yeah.
yeah.
Well, I think
Also-
Devin disarmed him before he fell, so he didn't
Also,
have that
speaking
lightsaber.
of, if I may defend the spinning lightsabers for a second, even if it's goofy to quote unquote like fly with them or take off with them, but like slowing your descent with the force and the usage of them, I don't think that's too much of a stretch.
Not at
Honestly,
Yeah.
I think too many people clown on that and use that as a reason of like Rebels is too goofy or like the Inquisitors suck. No,
Yeah.
Dude, this is the same universe where people will die on the hill of loving Revenge of the Sith. I love it. Great movie. There's some weird stuff in there. He kills Padme. She dies of a broken heart or whatever. Like, I think
Oh, I
it's
thought
okay
you
to
were
have-
gonna bring up like when a robot is on a unicycle being chased by Jesus riding a lizard.
Yeah, that was funny too.
Biggest Cards
Robot-
Against Humanity
Wait,
poll.
whoa, what? Wait, robot? What? Repeat what you just said?
General Grievous hit on his wheel bike.
Oh,
when
dude,
Obi-Wan's
I was like, what the fuck? Okay, yeah,
robot
yeah,
on
yeah.
a unicycle
Dude,
being
it's like
chased
we're
by a
in
lizard.
Star Wars. I think it's okay to have cool flying spinny lightsaber. Like,
Yeah, and if anything, I find it kind of
okay.
weird, like because we've talked about this before, Joe, about how like in Survivor they homage it a little bit with the Ninth Sister like jumping out of her ship and floating down or whatever, but they don't really acknowledge that at all in this show, which is kind of odd to me. Like not even a moment where they like.
but they're
use the-
grounded for a lot of the time, and when they're not, I
No,
feel
but
like
Yeah.
they're
there
kinda
are
agile.
points where they could have used it. Is what I'm
Okay,
saying.
sure.
Like,
where
there-
they jump
several-
out of the gunship in episode 7. They could have just
They
I
jump
like
out of the
that they
gunship
didn't, though.
when Marek's on the rooftop, when they're across the acid lake, whatever else. Like there are a
I
bunch
think
of moments
right
where-
now they know that it wasn't popular, and they're just like, we're just.
Yeah,
gonna
that's what
not
I
touch
mean.
that.
Is like
That's
they're
probably the actual
deliberately
example
not doing it,
or
but I
reasoning.
wish they would have.
I saw a great video essay talking about the Inquisitors in the show after episode 7 and 8, and the person making it made a great point. This feels like if the Inquisitors were in Andor, where Tony Gilroy takes them seriously and makes them like
Yeah.
not only leans
Wait,
heavily
Kevin,
into-
is this the video where he's talking about like Tolkien and
mentions
whatever?
him in the opening. Yes, yeah.
Yeah, because he's talking about how they're like basically like Nazgul, like the way they handle the whole. I think I saw that exact video.
Oh,
I saw a
okay.
Morok fan cam the other day.
I
Like,
sent
bro,
it to
like, how
Joe.
crazy is that now? Like,
That's-
Morok, the first brother, got a fan. Like, someone's making fan cams of Morok.
If someone
like,
if someone made a
That's
Maroc
great.
fan cam during Ahsoka, I would have laughed, but now I'm like deserved. I have
yeah,
never.
my boy, we are eating good.
Can I
So
say
the
one
show-
more spinny lightsaber?
Yeah, go for it.
I like that they didn't use it when he jumped out of the gunship or whatever. By the way, gunship's awesome. That was cool design. I think it was like
Yeah.
grayed out. That was sick. When they jumped out, because I a lot of this, like I was talking about when they bolt down that tunnel and they're just I view these two Inquisitors as kind of like charging. You know what I mean? Like they're full force attacking, jumping to the ground rather than like someone like the eighth brother who just uses it to like float down or escape. Like I saw them as more like direct. Obviously, the real example is like what you guys were talking about before, or the real reason why they didn't do it is just because people don't like it.
Yeah.
But like in universe, I can justify that because I'm like, oh, it's just they're just jumping because they want to be down on the floor as quick as possible.
But I'm thinking of like in episode 5, was it? Or no, episode 6, where they like get on the gunship.
Oh no,
And,
yeah, I was just saying
and
for
Merrick's
that one moment where they jump off of it.
What do you mean?
Like when they jump, don't they jump out from a gunship onto the ground?
Oh no, I know what you mean. I'm just saying like I wasn't even necessarily thinking of that scene in
Oh,
particular.
okay, yeah, no,
Because
get what
I
you're
actually
saying.
agree. I like that moment when they just jump down. I just
Yeah.
mean like there are points in the story where that functionality would have served the characters. Like,
Oh,
Merrick
sure,
could
yeah,
have
yeah,
used that and jumped off the building or whatever to pursue them in the gunship in episode 6.
I
Oh my god, they're
like
like, we
that.
lost him, and then Devin looks in like the rear
He's
view
just
mirror, and he's just like,
yeah, that would have been great.
That would have been. I think that would have been so. That would have.
Dude, speaking of 9/11 from earlier, they could use the
Merrick could hit the
they could spinny lightsaber into the
Merrick
Oh my gosh.
they're airborne. You know what I mean?
Oh my god.
Sorry,
So the show ends with Docky dying. Devin swears revenge, and Maul agrees to
Lawson
train
may
her.
be dying. Yeah.
Lawson may be dead, and I believe Devin gets Sith eyes. Her eyes become more like
they
red,
got
like
yellow or
they got
something.
like
right?
darkened. Like you can see
Wait,
like her
when?
blood vessels like get more prominent.
I was
Um,
yeah, there was like a red or yellow or something. Hold on, Devin.
You do see it a little bit.
What
I
moment are you
but-
thinking of, Joe?
I have to say
What
as
is
well, I like how the ending. I like how the ending isn't in some like big, proud, it's all coming together thing where like, oh, we see Maul take out the Crimson Dawn guy that Voss wants taken down, or we see him like on a new throne or in some new temple. I like that it is just this. We barely escaped. Let's fuck shit up. Like, and
They
Yeah,
end on
like,
a
and we-
loss too.
Yeah,
Like I like that.
yeah, like everybody's sad. Like
Yeah, I
Riley
feel bad
lost
for
his dad.
Riley too.
Yeah, poor Riley, man. Like
Yeah.
Riley's there.
He was
Freaking
devastated. That was
Devin.
sad.
Yeah, like everybody's like in a terrible place, and that's like that's what I liked about the whole like finale. I was like not expecting it to feel so like
Dour.
hopeless. Yeah, like
Yeah.
every. I was just watching it. I was like, this is terrible. Like what the
Yeah,
fuck
it
is
was
gonna
brutal.
happen?
Everyone,
Like-
everyone died in the last 2 episodes.
It was
except for like
terrible.
4
Yeah, I was like,
people.
wow.
And Ludi Vario is still alive somehow, which is awesome.
Yeah,
You know,
Yeah.
my mom didn't like Vario. Like she was so ready, like because she thought he was a
Totally
little, like,
acceptable. Yeah.
She thought he was an ass, and she was like, I woke up in the morning, and she's like, "Did Vario die?" And I'm like, "He's the only side character that didn't die."
He's the only one
And
that's
she's like, "Why?"
still alive.
She got so mad. She was like, "Everyone else," like, I'm like, "Yeah, like all the Zabraks died, Rook died, Spybot died." Like, she's like, "Everyone except him." It was really funny. Like, I'm happy he'll be in season 2 because I like him, but
I love that he was the first on the ship too. He just like jumped on and
Yeah.
didn't even look back.
I'm happy he didn't die. But
Yeah, no, he's a fun presence for sure.
yeah, that was Maul Shadow Lord. And what are we thinking for like a score to wrap out the stream?
Okay, can I
What-
just say before we do that, like, what the fuck was going on with Riley Lawson? Like, I'm sorry, like, I was kind of hinting at this earlier, but
the whole like interrogation situation confuses the hell out of me because they freaking presumably kill the chief or whatever before Lawson's interrogation. Then they let Lawson go. Merrick tracks him down. All that makes sense. But then they capture Riley, who they know is associated with these guys. He doesn't know that much, to be fair. They've got this menacing scene where the crow walks in and he's like, "What the fuck are you doing? I don't know anything." Cuts away. Then later he's just let go. And I was like, why would they do that?
Oh no, Two Boots broke him out.
No, I know what you like.
I think he means like from the interrogation.
Yeah, like why would they let him
I was talking about this earlier. It felt like they were setting something up, but didn't pay.
I thought they were gonna say that he, was gonna like betray them or something.
I mean, it could have just been like an intimidation tactic thing, because like you said, he probably didn't really know that much. But at the end of the day, I think that is just we don't have enough episode length. Like it's so quick and everything's moving so fast.
I know what you mean. Yeah, it's just it felt weird to me that they kind of rushed over that, because it was like they were making such a big deal out of this. They obviously wanted to get to this whole crew of guys that they were trying to track down, the fugitives.
No, it could have been more of an interesting story beat. I agree.
Yeah, and they just kind of were like, "Oh, he's let go of the interrogation. We don't even see what happened." And then later he's like, "Oh yeah, this guy was scary. I didn't know anything though." And I was like, okay, like I totally thought there was going to be something where they like planted a tracker on him or something, or like they were using him to like, because the first time it was like, okay, they realized that Lawson had lied, and then they went to look for him. But I thought they were going to like use him to draw them in, which kind of did happen, but they didn't take advantage of that. And then also, they just kind of didn't go anywhere with that whole element, which I found odd. Like I was
I was a little.
I hear you.
I was a little disappointed with everything with the side plot of Riley getting kidnapped. But...
I think it bothered me less just because there was so much cool shit, especially in those last few episodes.
Yeah, and I think
and
also
I had other
like
things I didn't love, but that one didn't bother me. But I totally get what you're saying. Like, it was just weird to not acknowledge that.
And I think to add to your point, Luke, about how the division of screen time between Maul and Lawson feels odd, is because I realized this before the last two episodes today. I was thinking about this. I'm like, a lot of these characters are connected. They've got a lot of these converging like subplots. Lawson's whole plot is kind of like completely detached from Maul. Like he's just dealing with his own shit for a lot of the show. Like outside of the intro, like when Maul breaks in and frees Vario and Devin, like he's just doing his own shit, dealing with these Inquisitors, and he doesn't even encounter Maul again until the end, which is when he kind of becomes relevant because Maul's like, oh, he might have a way out of the city. But other than that, I was like, maybe they could have done a better job linking these, who was essentially, because when the show started, I was like, it really does feel like Lawson is almost like the titular protagonist, which makes sense because in a show about someone like Maul, who is morally dubious at best and plain evil at worst, like you do kind of need an audience character, like just your average Joe trying to do the right thing. And that's why I kind of like the character. But I did feel like, aside from the first stretch of the show, they kind of abandoned any like direct connection between those characters, which I would have liked to see more.
Yeah, it started some like hunting him, and then they're together, and then they're just kind of like in the same. They have to just work together for the rest of it. I would do want to clarify one thing. I like Lawson. I do not like him.
I believe you. I'm just saying, the screen time.
The contrast of like, oh no, I know. I just want to clarify for like what I was saying, because like there's the Devin and Docky stuff that kind of contrasts like the master apprentice father son relationship, and then there's like the Maul thing of it and how it all ties. Like I thought there was a lot of interesting shit with it, but especially in those last few episodes, I'm like, why are we just? Especially in those last two episodes, I was like, why are we just in the middle of a Vader Maul fight and cutting to him just looking in the corner, or like him like fighting a couple stormtroopers, or like I'm just like, it's just a weird way that they divided that up. But again, we got peak, so I'm not really that mad. I'm not mad about it. It's just a weird choice. But that was the last thing I wanted to say. Sorry, Joe. What were you saying?
No, it's okay. So how are we feeling to wrap up the stream? How are we feeling on a score? If we were to give Maul Shadow Lord a score, huh?
I'm going with 9. It's like near perfect for me.
What did you say?
It's like near perfect for me, dead ass. Like I fucking love this show so much, and I can't wait for season 2.
All right, so Kevin 9. Benny, what about you?
This is hard. I was talking about this earlier. It's kind of hard for me. because I like a lot about it. And there are a lot of strong elements, and I obviously the visual presentation, the score, like all the things that I kind of come to expect from Star Wars animation is here, and it delivered on that front. I do agree with some of your points, Joe, about the pacing of it and the shortened length of the episodes. I think did compromise the execution of some of the things that I did like. Um, I'm leaning towards like a 7 right now.
7, okay.
I
It's
think
between like a
that's
6 and a. This isn't me trying to make a 6-7 joke, but it's between like a 6 and a 7 for you.
yeah, I think so. And I also
Okay.
feel like with more time to think on it and like actually watching it, like binging it all together, maybe would improve my opinion because I especially felt in the first 4 episodes like they were treading water, like with the whole
Yeah.
Two Boots
Yeah.
plot and the should we call the Empire? Maybe we won't call the Empire. I was like, oh my god, dude!
Every
like,
time they went to that same damn smart board, looking at the same fucking
yeah, I was just like,
mugshot of
every
Devin
episode.
and
move
Mario,
the
I was like,
fucking
okay,
plot, like, can we go somewhere?
yeah,
Yeah, and so when it finally kicked into high gear, it was awesome, and I did enjoy a lot of it. And I guess an additional point that I wanted to add that I talked to Joe about before we started the stream is like, as well executed as these fights were, and like how tense they were, and all the things we've talked about, I did find the show to be a little bit too like sensory overload at certain points.
Totally.
Like,
That's what I was
especially
saying
with
too. Telling you at the end that I felt.
yeah, like the lightsaber fights, like even that shot where it's all the lightsabers clashing together. I was like, oh my god, like there's so much going on. Like there's so many fight. Like the whole last few episodes were just like fight. And I was like, oh my god, that's why I feel like I need to watch it again.
It was very much a rush for sure. And that's part of
Yeah.
why I loved it, but I absolutely understand how somebody can be overloaded like that. Kind of like how with Spider-Verse, right? Those movies are fucking awesome. You really have to keep up with at least the second one because dude, the pacing in some of those conversations really is insane. Like in the spider when Hobie shows up, the speed between each character in their sentences, like Gwendy, you left your jumper around my place. What's that? It's a sweater. How many sweaters do you have? Oh, that's not mine. And your toothbrush.
The Spider
Yeah,
Society
really
stuff
like-
is definitely
it's so fast.
Yeah,
it's quick. I think that's also a attention keeping kind of thing. Like we're at a
That
point
is
where
true.
it's just,
I'm used to it because I grew up on fucking memes and 21st century humor. So I'm like good
Those
at
are
processing quick cuts quickly. However, I understand how for some it can be like, Jesus Christ, I need a nap after that.
yeah.
Like I felt so like overwhelmed by the last 2 episodes.
That's how I
like,
felt
much
watching
was going
Scott
on.
Pilgrim versus the World. That movie is
Yeah.
so good.
That movie's-
And I actually almost got a headache after watching it because so much happened. I'm like, oh my God, I might need to go to sleep after that. That was a lot.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. But yeah, I think that's about like most of what I had to say. Like I like the show. I kind of need to like script my own video on it. Because I do want to talk about it in my
I gotta
own-
subscribe to you after this. You on YouTube?
Yeah, I'm gonna follow you as well.
I don't have a YouTube, but I have the Instagram. So.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Well, then I will. Yeah, I'll follow you on there.
Luke, what would you give Maul Shadow Lord as the score?
Maul. Well, before I say, I want to say thank you for having me on because this was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
like 3.5
that was
hours
great.
talking Star Wars with you guys is awesome.
Hell yeah.
Always.
And yeah, I don't know, because there's a lot of stuff I loved, and I want to end on a pretty positive note. But the only things I didn't love was like I kind of agreed with your pacing take, and then some of what you guys were saying stuff about some of the story beats feeling a little rushed or ignored, and then just for me it was mostly just like screen time dividing. But
Yeah.
I think that's just a product of like the formula for a Star Wars show on Disney Plus to any degree. Like even Clone Wars kind of does this, where it's like there'll be a main character plot and then there's kind of a side character plot, and there's So, I'm gonna go with like a solid 8 out of 10. Like this is like
8 out of 10.
There's nothing really like my complaints are just like I wanted more. So
Basically,
when my take is like I want more of something, there's not really an issue. You know what I mean? It's just that we didn't have enough. So season 2, I'm beyond excited. Like I wasn't. I was going into this and I was like, yeah, it's another cool Star Wars show. I just like, and I had a whole thing I was gonna say. Like, I think there's a big double standard for people in the Star Wars community when it comes to like Maul's peak, but every like all these other things are boring, and it's like it's the exact same formula. This is how I felt about Thunderbolts too. It's like it's the same formula as everything else. It just has an extra element to it, and it's also just Maul. Like everyone loves Maul. That's why you're gonna love this show. So I just think I get a little pissed off the Star Wars community, especially with the jump scare we had earlier with
Star Wars theory.
everyone's
That was
favorite
insane.
everyone's favorite right wing shill, whatever.
my
But the ultimately with this show, it was like I wasn't like in love with the story in any way that wasn't like different than another Star Wars show. Like I just loved it the same amount. But like the visuals and the animation, this
Oh,
sound
Joe, I
design,
love that shirt.
the voice
thank you.
acting, yeah, it's sick. And then just like I don't know, some of the characterization was like sick. Like Devin's an awesome character. Like they just introduced a lot of cool stuff, and it was also like a 10-episode format, which I feel like, especially with those Tales shows, like this could have easily like they could have like put like 4 episodes of Maul something out, but they actually gave us 10 episodes, and we're getting another like at least another season, probably more.
Yeah.
So I'm like, and we have building to that Solo thing, and then we have to build to the Rebels thing. So there's a lot of like intricacies we can tie in. And we have Mando coming out. We don't know how. I mean, obviously he's dead, but like, there's still elements they're gonna want to tie in with like Clone Wars stuff. You know, Embo's in it. So there's a lot of cool stuff happening with like Star Wars right now. And I think a lot of people like to focus on Star Wars being bad, and they only like it when it's a character they like.
Yeah.
And
I think that's like interesting about Maul is the show in particular is like everybody has liked it, and I think it's funny looking at like Star Wars theory and how he's reacted to the show, and it's like, oh, he loves it, but he didn't like Andor or whatever, and I'm like, it's like, okay.
Remember when he
weird-
recommended that
yeah.
you just skip the first like 1.5 seasons and just go straight to the Gorman Massacre? Like,
Oh my God.
No, that's his favorite part.
Yeah, that was
like-
the best part.
it's
Yeah,
like, dude,
no,
just go straight to season 2, episode 7.
just skip all the
It's
like all
an
the
ass
build-up to the
take.
payoff.
That the entire look, Andor does move a little slow for me at times too, but that's the point.
It's so peak, though.
It makes the big moments like the escape from the prison with Kino and the fucking Gorman massacre and all these events. It makes them so much more impactful.
So funny.
Because
Yeah, he basically just says skip all the setup to the payoff.
So stupid. It's so dumb, but I'll
Yeah,
wrap
It
my
does
point
feel like
with-
the show is almost like, I don't want to say it's like designed for people like that, but like when I was watching some of these scenes, like where they're all fighting with like the lightsaber clashing, I was like, oh man, Star Wars theory is probably fucking loving this.
I do kind of
Screaming
agree,
in the
I do kind of
undies, screaming
agree-
his
I do
MeUndies,
kind of
dude.
agree with that though, because like I said earlier, this felt like a very all killer, no filler show
Yeah.
for me, and I think that's one of its biggest strengths. But I could also see how somebody that prefers some of the slower, quieter moments of Star Wars storytelling might feel a little disappointed. So yeah, there is something there.
Yeah, like I do really like the kind of methodical storytelling. Of something
Yeah,
like
no,
Andor, and
that's
even
definitely
the
another
Bad
point from
Batch has
Anderson.
too.
Yeah,
and I think,
yeah.
Like Maul,
Character moments
I
in the
liked
play.
when Maul did do that. Like I liked seeing Lawson's life and Riley and like what was going on with them and the
It's one of
dynamic
most-
like
more episodes.
with his wife too, which isn't really explored a ton in the show, but there was just enough there that I kind of was like,
yeah,
you
that
can
was a
kind of
cool plot too.
put things together. And so I really liked that. And I also kind of building off your point there, League, is like I really like that the show, even though the title character is someone we've known for decades at this point, it does have a heavy focus on like new characters. Like,
Yeah, and
these
I
are-
like how they did that. Like I just think my big issue with it is just we don't have enough screen time for me to like not to, I don't want to say justify that, but like I'm just like, oh my god, we only have 20 minutes and we're 10 minutes in and we've had like 2 or 3 minutes of Maul and like 8 minutes of other stuff. And I'm like, I love all these other characters. I'm just like, the way the screen time is being used is bizarre to me. It's also the same thing as every other formatted Star Wars thing. I enjoy it all because it's all cool and fun and world building and interesting characters. And I love the new characters a lot. I really did.
Yeah.
But I was just like confused. I'm like, we have not that much screen time. Their episodes are like 22 minutes or something.
Less than 20 minutes sometimes.
They definitely
Yeah.
struggled balancing like their
But
priorities.
I want
in
to
the
like
show.
end on a positive note for what I was gonna say because I have to go in
Absolutely.
a sec.
Yeah.
Gotta grab dinner. But this was so much fun. Maul's an excellent show. It looks awesome. The story's awesome. New characters are awesome. Old characters are awesome. Everyone should watch it. And
Everyone should watch it.
everyone should watch
Yeah.
it. Star Wars community needs to stop being negative and just enjoy things sometimes. Even if they're not your favorite thing, you can still like. This is my take on everything. It's like not your thing. it's someone's thing. You know what I mean? Like someone enjoys it, and I get that
Agreed.
Star
there's
Wars fandom needs to stop being right-wing shills.
yes,
Yeah.
in a movie franchise and a franchise about anti-fascism and standing up for like people who are oppressed. It's like why are we?
Broken
Why
record at this point, but
why is
literally
the
in
president
Algorithms-
posting a photo of him photoshopped on AI on Mandalorian's body? I'm like,
Oh,
that is such an insane. All right, anyways, but I love this show. You guys are awesome. Star Wars is
Yeah,
awesome.
lovely
People
to
need
meet you,
stop
man.
whining and have
Yeah.
fun. And
I-
Mando's gonna be peak. Ahsoka season 2 is gonna be peak.
I agree with
Villain,
Luke.
yes.
I would also give Maul an 8. So all of us would average out to the show being an 8. 9, 7, 8, and 8.
Positive.
It
There we
would
go.
be an 8 out of
8 out of
10. Yeah. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me.
Thank you for
Yeah,
having
this
us.
go
this
to
genuinely
bed.
might be my favorite stream I've done. This was just
This was awesome.
so much
Aw.
fun.
This is great. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Thanks, Kev.
I wish I hadn't
Damn,
fucked up
3.5
the time,
hours.
but then again, I had to walk my dog, so it's not like I didn't have a.
3.5 hours, and it still isn't the longest stream I've done with you, Joe.
I'm gonna end it here. Thank you guys
Yeah.
so much for joining me. May the force be with you,
It's nice
and
with you.
don't groom 16-year-old Twi'leks to become your apprentice. Just
Don't
great
do that.
advice.
And in conclusion, Maroc did 9/11. Good night, everybody.